Joined by a wonderful, wonderful guest designer, and truly her pieces are breathtaking today. It's the lovely Deborah. How are you?
I'm good.
Hiya.
I'm good today, yes.
Good. Give us a little bit of an idea what to expect from your first designer in about 27 minutes.
Which one are we doing first? Aha! There's a layered Kumihimo thing. Necklace, so layers, but I've got some wire in there as well, so it's quite structural at the same time.
Ooh, a bit of mystery then. It's a mystery. I loved that. Yeah. Aha! Aha! It was like a Poirot moment there, wasn't it?
I understand. One of those weird days.
Ah, oui, Poirot! Gosh, so French this morning. I have got so many goodies for you. I truly, truly have. I've got the discs back as well. Not only the circular Kumihimo, but you've got your square plate as well. And we're going to be doing these with loads of threading materials, wax cord, suede, just absolutely loads and loads and loads of different cords. So you've got the round disc and you've got the square disc as well. So I know that this has been really popular last times we have it. If you didn't manage to get it this time, today is your chance. What's next? Oh, what's next? What is this called? I can't remember. They're all in here going, memory wire, Bex. It's the memory wire? A memory wire. I couldn't remember. Speed up, boys. I'm on form today. I have got you a memory wire bundle with our two newest colours in as well. So you're going to be getting 10 circles of the neck size, 10 of those rounds, and then 14 of the bracelet and 14 of the ring. And you've got it in our silver, the gold and the rose gold as well, with 3 organza bags. Now, memory wire is so fab, fun, flipping brilliant. I was trying to go with the alliteration then. The reason memory wire is so great is because even if you're brand spanking new to jewellery making, you can make something in moments. You truly, truly can, in minutes. You can make something with these. So this is your ring size. The great thing with memory wire as well is it's gonna fit everybody. So although this ring you might think, well, that's not gonna fit on my finger because I'm a size N, so this is an N size. But once you get the gemstones on it, it actually stretches out. It really, really does. And if you are smaller than an N, you can put the larger, chunkier ones on, and then of course it'll make it smaller. But as you work with this, it will fit any size at all. Do you know what I mean? It's like an elasticated waistband on your pizza trousers. So you're going to be getting the rose gold and the gold. If I show you the difference in the 3 colours here, look at how rich, gorgeous these tones are. This is great because no matter what colourway you're into, you've got it here. You have got it here. You really, really have. And when I say there's 14 coils on the rings, what I mean is these spirals here, you've got 14 of them. So essentially you could make 14 rings, or you can make super looped, super duper loopers if you wanted to. So they went all the way up the fingers. Deb, is memory wire something you've worked with?
I've used it a lot. I use it to build frames to then attach gemstones onto.
Oh, I see.
So I don't necessarily always use it as a memory wire coil, but I'll take either the necklace and bend it into shapes, and build up a structure in a frame, and then work into that with other wires over the top.
Oh, that's nice. And that's another thing as well, you don't have to have it on show. You don't just have to strand gemstones onto it. In fact, because we've got Kumihimo, if you do a Kumihimo where it's got the sort of gap running through the centre, you can just thread it through and it keeps its shape. But you've got the beautiful, you know, cord on the outside.
That would work really well.
Really pretty. There's plenty of you on the line for this. Hello, Leslie. Oh, there's a few of you buying 3 actually. This is an add it to your order quick smart price. Let's start off with a bang. Bang! There it was, £6.95 for you on this today. And you get the organza bags. Hey, if you like organza bags, or you're getting ready for all your fairs and stuff, I have got, that's silver. That was a bit like out of this world, wasn't it? Like a UFO. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's organza bags. Silver and gold for you today. Loads of packs, 10 in each, I think. That's coming up for you in a little bit as well. So treat yourself to these today. Loads of you on the phone. Everyone's having a nice day today. I've got so many of these. It's really important that you're checking them out, because don't forget as well, although this is a ring, oh, I've just thought, hello, because I'm into my chunky earrings, you could actually use the bracelet ones, just cut off the loop, strand some gems, and use it as a huge loopy earring, which is so in.
And especially with the rose gold and the yellow gold colour, because you can see the colours then, and you can mix them all up, couldn't you? All the different sizes and different colours as well.
I love
like
that idea.
Really
also thinking, if you're going to be doing, say you're going to do every other gemstone, you could actually, with cords, create almost a dream catcher effect in the middle, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Deb, you've got a challenge, which I'll let you all own in a bit. How do you feel about adding these to your challenge?
That'd be nice.
Would you like that? All right.
Yeah, I'm not going to say no.
I won't say no. Cool beans.
Thank you.
We'll add this to the challenge as well. Guess what though? Over 100 of these have already gone. Oh, I just rolled my arm then for no reason. Over 100 of these has gone. So Christine, Doreen, Leslie, Marion, Patricia, Rebecca, good name. Willow, oh my goodness, I love that name, Willow. Oh, in fact, I'm sure I know Willow. Isn't Willow the daughter of Star? I'm sure this is true. Hey, I used to have a dog called Willow, actually. It's very nice. Willow. Oh my goodness, yes, and it's got, oh, what is his name?
Val Kilmer.
That's not who I was thinking at all. Warwick Davis. Brilliant. Val Kilmer and Warwick Davis.
Yeah, Val Kilmer with long hair.
Oh yeah. Oh, you like it, Deb?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
My mouth, things are just going to come out my mouth today.
Love that. Love that.
Just gonna...
I went to watch Spider-Man last night with my cousins, and I've got a young cousin called Connor, and he's 11. And there was this bit where Spider-Man took his top off, and he just went like that to me. His little hand, he just went like that. Stop! He was like, stop looking. So anyway, £6.95 for you on this today with your 3 organza bags. You've got loads in here. I'll hand these over to you now if you like, Deb.
Fab, thanks.
So you can have a little play-a-rooney. There you go.
Thank you.
Right, what's next? Diamonds are a girl's best friend. I'll tell you this now. Right now, 2 of these I've got. The last 2, that's it. This is the most high-end strand we have ever done. Ever. And we've only got 2 left. If you want this diamond strand, you probably already know which strand I'm talking about. If you do know, you need to get yourself on the phone for this. It's the most high-end strand we have ever done. May's birthstone, my mum's birthstone, can be a bit of a nightmare when you're trying to buy gifts. But you have got this most stunning cube strand. Just get ready for this high shine sparkle. We all know diamond as the most luxurious of gems, and this is by far the most high-end strand we have ever brought to you. But this is my last 2, so I cannot encourage you enough to get yourself on the phone now. In fact, I've already got someone with it in their basket just ready to check out. Look at how stunning this is, and it's your black diamond as well, and these are your cubes. They're not tiny, they're a mil each, and it's an 18 centimetre strand. I'm not even moving now, and you can just see how that light is catching and bouncing on all of the corners of this. I've already got one of you with it in a basket. Let's get your pricing £149.95. For the quality of this, that price is exceptional. One's already gone. I've got one left. There's only one more chance to get your hands on this. Once this is gone, this is gone. And I'll be honest with you as well, you're never going to see a price flash on this, let's be honest. You've only got one left. You might not see it on TV screens again. This is the last time you're going to see this. I think it's only been on once before, actually. £149.95. This quality is outstanding. I cannot encourage you enough how much you're going to want to get your authenticity for this, because this is the highest of qualities. £149.95. Make sure you check out your basket, because Belinda, if you check out now, you've got it, but there's another one on the queue waiting for it. Please do check out. Do you fancy a little sneaky peeky of something else really high end? These are whoppers. Emerald. And they are huge and luxurious. Do you know what I love about this strand? The variety you're getting. Absolute massive variety. This is coming up for you later on. It's going to be worth the wait. It really, truly, truly is. I love the shape of these. You know, we've been doing those top drilled round recently. They've been really, really popular. Well, we're doing bottom drilled drops now. Is that what they're called? Bottom drilled drops? I doubt they'd put the word bottom in the title of anything. 60 carats worth of your Morganite here. Morganite, we know, is, well, it's one of the most famous of the beryl family, which already is a very famous family when it comes to gemstones. Morganite actually, well, coloured gems in general, but especially Morganite at the moment, it's just shot up in popularity due to the fact that now coloured gemstones are so high fashion. Have you seen in Dior, especially Van Cleef, have been using multicoloured gemstones all in one piece? And Morganite, these gorgeous pink hues, are always the focus, it seems, especially at this time of year. What do you think of Morganite, Deb?
The colour is quite distinctive, and it's very different to other colours, and it's gorgeous, soft and feminine. It's got a real interest to it because of the shade and colour. Yeah. It makes it stand out.
It really does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I love the bottom drill on these, not just because I like saying bottom on TV, but also because doesn't it make it look quite funky, quite unusual? If you had that on a gemstone strand, of course we're so used to top drilled, so you get a round base, don't you, on the neckline. But with this, you're going to get quite a modern, zigzag, jaggedy, almost Aztec appearance, aren't you?
It's a really interesting cut and,
really
place to experiment with.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's an interesting stone, that.
And the facets as well are just adding to that. It's almost like when the light cascades down the facets, it draws your eye to the point at the base, which is a really beautiful thing to see. Now, let's have a look at the price on this. £29.95. You've seen this at time and time again. Not today. You are going to jaw drop at this price. £10 off. £19.95 for this little beauty. It's such a stunner, and honestly, the shape, it's just going to open up new doors for you. It truly, truly is. In fact, if you've got a strand of Morganite at home, perhaps, that has top drilled at the point, how about doing alternate bottom drilled, top drilled, bottom drilled, top drilled, and you're going to get this really unusual undulating effect around the neckline, aren't you? And also earrings, actually. Really beautiful for earrings. How unusual to have a point down.
Yeah.
And your eye is meant to be drawn when you're looking at a gemstone. Your eye is naturally drawn all the way down it to the base. And if you add a long drop earring, you're going to have that point pointing down to a lot of people's favourite, the collarbone, the beautiful collarbone. It's going to elongate that section. It's going to make you look down to, on a lot of us, one of your most attractive features, the collarbone.
Because it's tapering down, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's a nice idea.
Have you ever thought of a collarbone as your most attractive feature, gentleman, in there? Because I can see them like, no. Oh, I love a good collarbone, me. Oh, what's your favourite bit? Your eyes, your lips, your hair, my collarbone. £19.95. £10 saving on this funky little strand. I've actually not seen any other gemstone drilled like this, and it's just going to give you a totally different effect. You are always trying to get your collarbone out, Scott, don't lie. That's the only reason I was. That's the only reason I was even looking at Spider-Man when he took his top off. Oh, good collarbone. Six-pack. What collarbone? It's all about the collarbone, ladies. You got a tenner off today. 0800 644 655 is the code number to call. Press 1. You'll be put through to our lovely, helpful help team. Oh. Oh no, I've not got many of these left. It's one of my favourites, you know that already. I've said numerous times that I could write a short book about how much I love opal. This is an exceptional strand. It's one of the best strands I have ever brought to you because of the opalescence. This is your Ethiopian opal, 15 carats worth. Now, Ethiopian opal, the mining process is just, it's almost unimaginable. It truly, truly is almost unimaginable. Essentially what happens is there's a cliff face, which you can see here. So this is 320 metres above sea level and 30 metres below the top of a cliff face is where we actually mine Ethiopian opal. So you see that little box there? That is where we mine it, in that small section. Remember that section, and we're going to zoom in on that now. That's a close-up of what it looks like, the actual area. There's only 150 miners allowed to work on that vein, which is a crazy small amount when you think of the amount of opal that's around the world, especially as the fact that Ethiopian opal is very much known as the most luxurious. And that's them working. If you imagine that picture and then you see the zoom back one, you can actually see all of these, how scary that must be. Let's be honest, cliff face, to have to go and mine, and they actually there's a lip, and they have to actually go around 1 metre to 2 metres inside to get it out. And the other really interesting thing is, because it is a cliff face, there's no, you saw then, there's no, you know, stair lift or stairs down to it. There's no lovely spiral staircase. They have to actually a lot of the time abseil down to get these out. It's just, it's an insane process. But it's all for this gemstone. And genuinely, it's completely worth it. Now, please no. You're not going to see anywhere near what I am right now. Have a look and then use your imagination. Oh, cameras, why do you do this to me? Now, opalescence I'm getting in here, in every single one of these, you've got opalescence, which is the body of colour. So every time you change it, you can see it a little bit better there. Every time you see it, it's changing its appearance in a body colour. But also in this strand, you have the spherical opalescence as well, which is essentially these little rainbow bursts. Deb, come on over. Come on over, Deb, Rudge. Can I just point out how stunning this strand is? Look at those spheres in these.
Yeah.
What colours are you seeing?
Pinks, peach, orange, green.
Do you know what the rarest and most expensive colour of opalescence is?
I think it's red.
Yep. And how much have you got on this strand?
Oh, you've got loads. You've got these ones here.
Those are spheres, aren't they?
This one.
Yeah. There's loads here as well.
Yep.
These ones near at the end.
Yeah, you've got some pinks, oranges, peachy colours.
If you have bought this strand previously, when I sold it before, please text in now and tell me genuinely what you think about it. Honestly, because And it's flashing. Oh, opal, you're Rudy. It's stunning, isn't it?
It's amazing.
It truly is. And opal, you need to take it out on a day date. You really do. Take this out in the sun and you are going to adore it. Don't forget 30-day money back guarantee, but I doubt highly anyone's going to be sending this back. I've only got 11 in stock now. Your price today, just £34.95. Think of that mining process. Think about your gorgeous, glimmering effects you've got in here. You've got one of the rarest types of opalescence, the red, running throughout this. Willow's texting us, she. I bought a similar strand not long ago and it really is beautiful. The cameras don't do it justice. Thank you, Willow. You're completely, totally, absolutely right. The reason is the lights in here are said to light the presenter and the set and everything, not necessarily the gemstones, but also a lot of it is to do with the different layers of glass it has to go through the light to pick it up, and you miss it totally. Serena, she says, opal is my birthstone. It is beautiful. What a bargain. Thank you very much, Serena. October baby, Serena. Hey, it's me dad's birthstone, this. Oh, it's just too beautiful to comment on. It truly, truly is. Check out your baskets on this. You won't be disappointed, and just trust me. Just trust. That's all I can say. £34.95. I'm heading into my single figures on this now, though. Another really interesting cut and shape on these ones. Do you know what I love about Peridot? It's got that amber type quality to it. It's got almost this encapsulated nature within inside it. 175 carats worth of your Peridot, and these are your irregular marquise shapes. Now, when I think of a marquise, I will often think flat, but these ones have got the 4 sides. What do you think of this strand, Deb?
I love that. I've never seen a strand like that before.
No.
And the intensity of the green is fantastic.
It is strong, isn't it?
It is.
Jolly green, giant kind of colours. And do you know what as well? They are so many on that.
Yeah.
So many. There's no spaces on here. Crammed in they are. It's just such a really intense hue to them. It truly, truly is. 175 carats worth of these. What would you think of doing with this shape, Deb? Because it is quite unusual.
It looks quite leafy and woodlandy, and but there's it's sort of soft and pointy at the same time. It's quite intriguing. It's a nice shape to use. So using it in a mixture with some nuggets that are smaller than that. Yeah. On a neck piece would be nice, just having those clustered around at the front, waving my pliers around, but have them clustered around at the front of the neckline with some smaller chips of like different levels of intensity of the green. Yeah. Would be really nice, because they'd shift and turn, so you'd get the light bouncing off all of the different facets.
You've got that movement to them, haven't you? This is going to be a crack-a-lacking price for 175 carats of your Peridot. It's a tiny, tiny £9.95. Nearly took me breath away, that did. But this massive carat weight and really unusual intensity to these. So unusual. A lot of the time when we're looking at Peridot, you'll get those gentle, limey tones, won't you? But this is leafy green. This is beanstalk green, isn't it?
I was wondering if it was actually a chrome diopside when you first picked it up.
It has got that intensity.
It's got that sort of depth of colour.
Totally agree with that completely. £9.95 is all you're going to be paying. SDRU02. Got plenty of you with it in your baskets. Do check out for me today. To get Peridot for less than a tenner is exceptional anyway, but especially the amount you're getting. Very rare do we go this high up in carat weight on Peridot. Really unusual. £9.95. What's that an impression of? Yeah.
Is that Scott eating in your ear?
Is that Scott eating in my ear? Yes, Scott, stop eating. No, it was more of a crinkle.
Ah.
So what have I got now?
Crinkler tool.
Good. Yeah, Deb. I hardly even gave it away then. It's like we've got one mind. This is your crinkling tool. Take a little look at this for me. What it does, essentially, is crinkle your wires. So you'll be able to see you've got the different shaped heads here, and you use these in alternate ways so that you get different effects. You get almost zigzag effects, you can get this cog-like effect as well on there, and these are interchangeable. So simple. In fact, there's an example of what it comes out like at the back here. So you can see the wire going in over here is straight. You just turn the two little cogs and it comes out crinkle cut. These are your wire crinkler tools. Have you used these, Deb, before?
Yeah, I've got one at home, and it's just really good fun. Even if you don't know what you're going to do with the wire, it's really good fun to crinkle.
Do you fancy crinkling now?
I can crinkle, yes.
Oh yes, Bex, I can crinkle.
I can't sing.
Neither can I, Deb. I'll bring your price in and we'll have a look at how to use it. Your price today for the wire crinkling tool, £7.95. I'll bring it over if you're all right with that.
Find some wire.
Now you can use different grades of wire in this, can't you? Up to a 1 mil, realistically. 1 or 8 mil, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, that is a good noise. Oh, so you've got, it's the little things, Deb. You've got the 4 different heads on here, and 2 of them have got the actual twister head, and then the other 2 are just the base to give you the shape that you're looking for. So if I show you the ones without the heads on, you've got one that's almost a starburst. Do you know what this shape reminds me of, actually? This shape it reminds me of, you know, Batman? It used to be like kapow! Like that.
Zap.
Zap! Kablooey! They came up with the most random words on that, didn't they? And then you've got this cog shape one as well, that you can see here.
Right.
So what gauge have you got there? Are you going to be using a thinner gauge? Oh, what's this one?
That's 1 mil as well.
1 mil as well. Gosh, there's so many different gauges that you can use here. So you use this quite a bit at home then?
I've used it, yeah, but I've now got masses of wire that I've crinkled, and I don't need it all. So it's quite an addictive little tool to play with. Is it?
I love that.
Okay, so you've got one.
I just can't stop crinkling.
Yeah, just crinkle. You've got 1 cog of each type, one with a little handle on the top and one without. Yeah. And at the bottom, here or top, whichever way round you're looking at it.
Yeah. Bottom.
You've got. Oh, I said it then.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. That despicable me. Oh, what's that show?
I've not seen that.
Oh, Deb, get on board. No. It's brilliant.
You've got a little nook. Let's call it a nook with a hole in. So your wire threads through there, like so, and it feeds up into the cog, and you just then twist.
You turn the one with the handle on, don't you?
Yeah.
You turn the one with the actual handle section on it.
I've lifted it off too high now. I've got a little kink.
What we'll say is, just to let you know, those 3 need to check out the baskets on this because I've already got loads of these. In fact, some people have bought 2 of these, in fact. There's a couple of 2 and 3. There's a fair few of you. £7.95. You're going to get 2 totally different looks with this today. You're going to be getting the zigzaggy and the coggy.
Zigzaggy effect. And it's like a wave.
Yes, wave.
A wave effect.
Wave effect.
It doesn't want to work with the 1 mil today.
Because I'm not?
No.
It's all right, no problems.
So I'm going to try with a thinner gauge.
There you are.
Cheers, my dear.
No props. Oh my goodness, Deb, I've just seen some more of your designs. I didn't see this one before. Isn't that fab?
That's my structural layered thing.
That's beautiful.
That I was talking about.
Yeah, this is your first designer insp, isn't it?
First designer inspiration, yeah.
That's coming up real soon.
There we go.
So this is the wave.
So that's the wiggly wavy one.
Wiggly wave effect.
And then your spiky.
I'll show you this one whilst you're changing.
Change the wheel.
Wiggly wave. I love that as an earring design. Could you imagine that just with a drop at the bottom? Wouldn't that be beautiful?
So you can use it as a frame as well, because then when you're weaving into it, your wires go into the hollows and dips and things, so you get different shapes coming through. So we'll put the other end through.
Make sure you're checking out your baskets, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay. Sometimes you have to just make sure that you're
it's in the right area.
It's in the right area so it catches properly. Because otherwise it doesn't get caught between the two wheels. Okay. Nope. Straighten you up, wire.
Straighten you up. And that's a good point to make as well. Well, you heard me talking to a book before.
I did.
What did I say? Hello, old friend.
There you are, old friend.
Did you just talk to a book? Like, yes, thanks for bringing it up, Deb. In front of an office full of people. There's your zigzag.
There's your zigzag.
And look how different that is.
Let's cut
show you. Oh yeah, hang on. Good one. Good one. I'll show you. So this one's your zigzag, and then this one is your wave. Top one's your zigzag. So totally different effects.
They are.
I've got over half the stock gone on this today. There's so many different looks. Realistically, your only limitation is your own imagination.
When you bend that one round, it's like a little sun. You're zigzaggy. So that's really cute.
I love it. That around, say, a citrine, like a little sunburst, or even around a memory wire circle, like a little sunflower.
Like I was building a frame.
Yeah,
it's
fab. I love it. I love it. I love it. £7.95 for you. How do you feel about a bit of a double trouble offer? double. You saw the double trouble before, didn't you?
I did. Yes, I like that.
What do you think?
I like it.
Did we tell you what the price was? I can't remember.
There may have been mention. Yes.
Double trouble on some chunky little gems. Chunky monkeys. Now this is your wonderful agate, and they're faceted and they're purple. This is double trouble multicoloured agate, but it has got that gorgeous, rich, royal purpley tone to it, hasn't it? These are your faceted rounds. 14 mil as well. These are chunky. Lengthy strands, 450 carats on each strand, so 900 carats in total. Now these are so large, but you've got in here your royal purples, you've got your salmon pinks, your base greens as well on there, almost these forestry colours. We were saying before actually, Deb, weren't we? It looks like a sort of tie-dye effect, doesn't it? When you used to tie-dye your clothes.
Yeah, tie-dye t-shirts.
Hey, they're back in, you know.
Yeah.
You used to get one of your favourite t-shirts and stick a few...
tie string round it.
String, or hair bubbles or something, didn't you? And then you'd get it out and think, oh, wow, bright.
Am I going to wear that?
No, that was the most fun part, wasn't it? Just making them. Yeah. When it came to wearing it, you had to be quite brave. But in fact, they were in fashion around the time. Do you remember those heat t-shirts?
Yes.
Well, whoever came up with that idea, do you remember?
Yeah.
What? Global Hypercolour. Oh, fountain. Did you have one?
Fan? Yeah.
Have you got one still?
It's like 25 years old.
Is it 25 years old? You don't look old enough. No, they did though. They used, if you don't know what I'm talking about, it was those t-shirts that essentially when you got warm, they'd heat up in the areas you were warm. So you'd see people walk around with like a nice blue cool t-shirt on with these big red patches just to highlight your underarms. Never used to highlight the collarbone, so I didn't get any. Double trouble, 900 carats in total of these beautiful faceted agates, 14 mil. £13.90 is your original price. We are going nowhere near that. Nearly £14 it should be today, your price. £8.95. That is a stunner, isn't it?
Wow.
To be able to get huge strands for that price. 2 of them as well. These are lengthy and they're sizable. Because they're so sizable, what I love about really sizable gemstones, you only really need a few to make a serious impact.
Yes.
What would you think of doing with these ones, Deb?
Well, I'd probably use them all actually, because I love all the different colours and tones of those together, and use them with some big cords in a neck piece, really long, and knot it, so thread maybe a wax cord or something through the hole. I'm assuming they've got quite a reasonable size hole in, and knot in between, so they don't all slide down to the bottom, but have lots and lots of them all layered up.
Loads of them. If you got your calculator at hand, Scott, how do you feel about a bit of maths? All right. 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28 times 2. Yeah, so 28 times 2 is 56. So 56 gemstones divided by 8.95. I want to know how much these massive 14mm genuine gemstones are per one. Because they are so sizable. And the work that's gone into these, not only are they genuine, but they've got the facets as well. Just added work, added bang for your buck. Should have been £13.90 for both of them. £8.95 you're getting today. Stop it. Just under 16 pence per one. So imagine this. You know what I like? I love a good chunky ring. This is my chunky ring. Bit of wire, which is going to cost what? Well, 5p's worth of wire. You're going to be making a ring for under 20p. Ain't no way you're going to be selling it for that for a genuine gemstone. Do you know what? Even if you made it for 20p and you were doing your friend a favour and you sold it for £1,
or something,
that's like 200-300% profit.
One of those on a piece of leather as a bracelet.
I love. And unisex strand, because you've got the purples, the greens, the reds, no matter what colour, you know, your client's into. I've only got 75 of these left now. I started off with close to 100. £8.95. Just under 16p per one. The profit on this. Even if you added wire with it, okay, you added wire with it, a couple of pence worth of wire, so it took it up to 20p for a ring. Even if you decided to be crazy and only sell your ring on for 40p, that's 100% profit, isn't it? Not taking into account your time. But moments, surely moments. This is a little stunner. And don't forget as well, when you are pricing these things up, you don't have to go for bang on 15p each one. They are genuine gemstones. Some people I know will do it on perceived value of gems, which is completely and absolutely right. Totally fine. Oh no, only 52 of these now. Half my stock is heading off now. They are flying out. £8.95. Kigsy 69, KIGC 69 is your code on these today. 15p per one. And you've only used one for that. You've got, oh well, this is money making, profitability, double trouble strands. And as well, do you know what, at 15p per gemstone, if you are into making jewellery pieces with your kids, or maybe at kids' birthday parties or whatever, you can actually give them genuine gemstones and not be really afraid of, oh no, don't do that with them for 15p. It doesn't really matter, does it? Do you know what? They can stick this in a bit of Play-Doh if they wanted to. It wouldn't really bother me for 15 pence worth. If a gemstone can keep children quiet for a bit of time whilst they're having fun, brilliant. 15p as well, if you think. You can't even buy a chocolate bar for 15p anymore, can you? You know those little frog ones? You can't even buy them for 15p anymore. 20p now, those are. That'll keep, yeah, 10p when I was young.
Good grief.
10p. That was solid chocolate, little frog that was. And you buy them now for 20p. That's going to keep someone, a child or me, quiet for about 35 seconds.
Oh.
And that's it. And then they're going to be hyper because they've had chocolate. Not the problem with these gemstones. £8.95 for 2 strands, working out just under 16p each. It's a stunning, genuine gemstone. Do check out your baskets though, because I've got loads of these. I've had some messages in. Oh, go on. Send in any messages you've got today. Go on, where are we? Oh, got some messages in. Oh, about me opal. Hello, me opal. We'll bring this back on for you because I've had some messaging. I told you to message in, didn't I, if you've had this strand or similar strand to this one very recently. This is my first one. It's from John in Belfast. Hi, Becky. I've literally got my 2 strands of Ethiopian opal about 20 minutes ago, and wow, I bought them a few days ago, and when you had them on your show, oh, John, thank you so much for sending that in. They are wowzers, aren't they? Have you taken them outside, John? Take them outside, John, as well. Because, honestly, when you've got the light behind you, Tracy in Dorset, hi Becky and Debs, have 3 strands of your opal and they are extremely top quality. Each time I take them out to work, I just end up looking at them. I'm exactly the same.
Do. I've not used mine yet. I've had them 4 months. I just keep looking at them.
Because they do just speak to you, and they've just got that internal fluidity as well. Thank you, Dorset. Thank you, Dorset, for texting in. Thank you, Tracy from Dorset, for messages in. I'm really glad you like them. Send in a picture if you make something with them, because well, I love them totally, don't I? £34.95. It's one of the highest quality of opal we've ever had on here, and it's just the colour play is exceptional. It's only £34.95 today. So this is your designer inspiration show, and today for you we've already had a sneaky peek of one of the pieces Deb's going to be talking us through, but I have got some serious high quality stasher here today. This is to do mixed media with your wire work and your Kumihimo on these designs, but of course you can do so much more with these wonderful suede cords. You've got the chocolatey brown, you've got the gold, and you've got the silver. You're going to be getting 5 meters of each of these, and they are 1 mil. I want to show you. Let me get one off. Where's the end here? I just want to show you these because they're so special. Can you see that glittery effect on the top? Isn't that eye-catching? And then at the side you can see the natural suede. And then on the top, it's almost got this scale-like effect to it with these really high shine mirror-like effect, glitzy sections. And those aren't on top, they won't rub off. That's not glitter attached. That's just the way this is actually created. And you've got the gold as well, which has the same effect, and the chocolatey brown one, which has actually got a bit of an antiques bronze schiller effect to it. You're going to be getting 5 meters of each of those, so 15 in total. You've got your wire as well, 10 meters of each. It's all gold plated. 10 meters of your 0.4. 15 meters. I have never seen that before. 15 meters of 0.25. Look at that. 15 meters. How exciting. Normally only 10 or 100. 5 meters. Free. 125 and 10 meters of your strengthy 1 mil. So you've got your 0.4, your 0.25, and your 1 mil in here as well. So essentially your 1 mil and your 2 weavers, isn't it? Yeah. Really. Finally, you've got your gemstones, which honestly, they are so you, Deb. All brand spanking new to this kit. These are so you. We were saying outside before, you like gems that are a bit rough and ready,
I do. I like the different shapes, I like the different textures that they create, and it makes them stand out from a lot of what you see on the high street and you know, elsewhere. So, and it shows where they've come from. You can see what they are.
You can see how they got out of the ground, really, can't you? Brand new strands. 2 of these iolite strands you're getting. There's 80 carats worth on each of these nuggets, and they're up to 6x8 to 14x8. There's difference in colours in these, actually, which is quite unusual, isn't it? But that's purely just nature. That's Mother Nature, that is. 2 of these strands, 80 carats each. You've also got 2 seed bead strands as well, these tiny, tiny little gemstones, which are so popular. We had some seed beads on yesterday and they flew out. People absolutely love them. Again, 2 new strands. Take a look. They're so sparkly. If you're a magpie, you're going to love these.
That's me.
Are you a magpie?
I am.
But you look human.
No, it's a disguise.
Oh, I see. Now these are 10 carats worth of your fluorite, this beautiful delicate green you have here, and these are 2 mil. And you've also got these gorgeous clear quartz, 5 mil on those, again 2 mil rounds. They're so delicate and sparkly, and I always think it's amazing how they look so delicate and so dainty, but put them on a piece and wow, you don't half notice them. They're subtle, but then as soon as those facets catch the light, you're just drawn in, aren't you?
Yeah.
How were they to work with together?
Oh, amazing. I loved it. Absolutely gorgeous. And the colour on the fluorite, when it's in the strand, somehow the colour doesn't come through quite as much as when you take them off the strand.
Yeah, and use them.
And I made them into little tiny beady beads, and it intensified the colour. And when I put it with the blues, it intensified the blue. So they were lovely to work with, really nice.
That's special, isn't it? Honestly, you're going to adore the pieces, but also the price on this. So let's reiterate. 4 brand new strands, 2 of your iolite, 80 carats each. You've got 10 carats of fluorite, 5 carats of your clear quartz in the 2 mil, both brand new again. You've got 3 spools of wire, 35 metres worth in total, and you've got 15 metres of your suede. Price should be is £41.10. That's all together. For the brand new strands, 3 of the wire and 3 of your suede, it's nowhere near that. £41.10. If you were to buy these separately, you've seen the code, you've got a big saving on this. BIGC95. Heart of Gold, £24.95. How much saving is that exactly? Gosh, calculator time, Scott says. Because it was £41.10, you're getting it for £24.95. This is an exceptional saver. And you got the new strands, £16.15 saving on this. £16.15 saving for 4 brand new strands as well. You can't get these, you haven't seen these yet. They can't be gotten anywhere else apart from in this bundle right now. £24.95 to get them as part of the bundle, to have some newbies in a bundle, but also to get some of your essentials as well is special.
Well, there's a lot of wire and it's gone a really long way, and I've got loads left, so I could make more. And the same with the gemstones. I mean, they've just gone on and on and on. And again, I've hardly used any of the fluorite in the designs.
No.
And I've got about half a strand of the clear ones left, and I loved working with this. it was so much fun.
Was it good fun?
Yeah.
And it is your type of kit as well, isn't it?
Well, I put it together with Becky. I was going, oh yeah, I'll have some of those. Oh yeah, we'll put those in. Oh yeah.
I want that too.
And loads of wire and some cord.
It's wonderful.
So.
And it's called Heart of Gold for a reason. Take a look at this genuine gemstone golden heart that we have on the beautiful necklace piece. Now, do not forget, we have got the Kumihimo discs, plural, coming up in a little bit for you. These designs are spectacular, Deb.
Thank you.
They truly, truly are. Of course, your gemstones were an inspiration, but was there anything else that kind of clicked for you?
I love the metallic cords.
Aren't they?
They're really nice to work with, and so, but I wanted to use them slightly in a different way, and so I've used them both differently in both designs. One design I wanted to do was quite delicate, so I started off with the heart and thought I need something quite delicate, and initially I was going to put the browns with that, with the cord.
Yeah.
But the silver just picked up the colour in the stones. And worked really well.
Yeah, it does. It brings out those delicate hues, doesn't it, of the fluorite and the quartz in particular.
Yeah.
That silver effect, and it makes it really eye-catching as well, doesn't it?
It does. It does. It's just mixing your metal colours as well.
So huge right now.
Yeah.
So in right now.
It is.
You've got over £16 saving on this today. £24.95 for brand new strands. 35 metres of wire, which I haven't said before, never, because you're getting 15 metres of the 0.25, you've got the 0.4 and the 1 mil as well, and 15 metres of that gorgeous, stunning, delectably delicious suedette as well, with that little metallic hint. And actually, when you do Kumihimo with it, it's a subtle effect, because a lot of the times you get the side, but you can see the twinkle as well. See as I'm moving it?
You just get little flashes of shine.
Of the shine, of the glitz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's quite earthy with the brown tones.
Yeah.
And then you get sort of flashes of like sunlight coming through.
Which is fab, isn't it? It's gorgeous. It adds interest.
It does. Yeah.
Really does add interest.
Yeah.
So where are we going to be starting, lovely Deb?
Okay. I'm going to show you the Kumihimo braid.
The Kumihimo section. I've got your discs in moments.
Because that's slightly different to what I would normally do, in that I've mixed some wire in with it. And if I can just show you, if I drag that over. Okay. This section here, I've added wire inside the cord.
Fab.
So it's hidden inside.
Inside it.
So that it retains the shape, because
so it doesn't droop to the weight.
Exactly. Otherwise, when you clip on your necklace piece here, it would
sag.
Go into an oval shape.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't want to say sag. It's not a very nice word, is it?
Sag.
Sag.
Sagaloo. What's sagaloo? Isn't that
it's,
an Indian dish?
Spinach and potato
cheesy
and
potatoes, yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Sagaloo, loo. Cool, good.
Okay, so
Moving on.
yeah, we'll ignore that.
Yeah, pretend that didn't happen. So we're going to be doing the Kumihimo. I'll bring you the Kumihimo right this second. Now, if you're unsure as to what Kumihimo is, it's this technique, and its sort of ish translation is for knotted or woven cords, which is exactly the effect you get. It's something that has been. We're going to be doing it very soon, are we? Oh, we're doing it very, very soon. I'm going to be doing it for you in around 9-ish minutes. So we'll show you how to start it off. But it's a really interesting technique, and it's easy to do for any age.
It is. It's very straightforward and simple.
Yeah.
And it is the most basic braid on that necklace there.
Fab.
Just with 8 cords.
Got it.
So the 2 browns in your cord pack.
Yeah.
I took.
The gold and the antique.
The goldy colours, yep. And I pulled all of the cord off the reels, both reels.
So 10 metres you have in total.
Yep. And folded it in half and half again. So I've got them.
So you've got 4
here.
loops around your finger.
Now I've not cut them yet.
Okay.
Okay, because I need the loop on this end, and I took 8 strands or 8 lengths of the silver cord, and they're basically the length of the macrame board, so that's about 15 inches.
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, that's doubled up the cord, so that I've got 8 lengths, and I've got the loop there. But what I need to do is cut one end, so cut the loops there, so that we've got 8 lengths without loops at the bottom.
Okay.
Okay, so then if I show you on the necklace, you see where the silver section actually joins the brown section on our left-hand side.
Yep, I see.
Yep, that's where we're actually starting from.
So it's this section.
Yep, that's it.
On this one, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. Fab.
Okay, so it's actually hidden with a bit of wire, but
clever.
There you go. Right, so you thread your silver through the loops on the gold. Get your ends equal there and pull it. Okay, and then you cut off a length of wire that's about the same length
as the silver,
as your silver section.
That's your 1 mil.
Your 1 mil, yep. And you poke that through your gold loops as well. Okay, fold it in half and just squeeze the end together so it comes together like that. And then, yeah, I've not got it out. Just get you get so much of your 0.25 wire.
15 metres.
15 metres. Special request.
I know. Good right.
So you can actually use some of it for binding your cords in certain places, just to hold them together. Okay, so what we need to do is just bind round the gold side there. Okay, so then we're going to set up our Kumihimo disc.
Okay.
Okay, so I've got mine. I use it back to front, upside down.
Why is that? Do the numbers confuse?
They distract me,
Yeah.
and I keep reading it all the time, and it's a bit like a mantra, but it drives me nuts. So
I love that.
I put
little dots.
nail varnish, sparkly blue.
Oh, good.
Match your shoes.
Oh,
It'd be
yeah,
really,
sparkly.
Yeah. So I just put them where the dots go.
Yeah.
And then I don't get distracted by reading Kumihimo disc all the time.
I love the idea of you, just this image of you at home going, oh, stop it, numbers.
Yeah.
Just ignore the numbers, Deb.
It's
12.
like-
Oh, 12!
I know.
I love it.
Oh dear. To be in my life, eh?
Little blue dots of varnish.
So, you thread your the brown cords through the hole in the middle. You've got your wire sticking up through the hole, which can be a bit dangerous, so you need to just bend over the top so you don't stab yourself in the eye. It's a bit like
Good
those
tip.
gardening canes.
Yeah.
And then, that's a bit random, sorry.
What? Gardening cane.
It's like those gardening canes.
Yeah.
Okay, so your silver
Do you do a lot of
cords.
gardening?
Not these days, no.
Just
I haven't got
wondered.
any gardening canes in the garden either.
Well, it's
no.
all right. Save yourself an eye.
Yeah. Okay, silver cords. We've got 8, and they go either side of your now varnished dots. Right. So the reason I've put the wire in at this stage, rather than try and thread it through once I'd done my weave is that it gets stuck in the twists of the cord and keeps shooting outside.
Okay.
So I want it completely straight up the core of the braid. So that's why I'm putting it through now and basically braiding around.
Okay, that's a good one. Good tip.
It's a bit tricky to start with, but once you get going, it's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. So start with this cord down here and bring it up and in to the left. I'm going to swap over my wire into my other hand. Hang on, I've got these two twisted. I don't want them twisted. Okay, so the right hand braid there, cord there goes down to the bottom right, and then you do a quarter turn. So that's where the writing starts sort of messing with my head.
Does it?
Yeah,
Kick.
when I do the turn and it comes into vision. So, confessions today of a mad woman braiding. Right.
Oh, it sounds like a good book.
It does, for a film.
Sounds like something I'd read.
Okay, so that is basically all you do.
So it's just 12 to 6 o'clock, quarter turn, 12 to 6 o'clock again, quarter turn.
Yep, that's it. And you just carry on round and it covers up your wire.
And then how quickly does that build up?
It does grow really quickly.
Yeah.
Because it's nice. It's not chunky cord, but it's a nice weight to it, so it grows really quickly.
Well, whilst you're growing that,
okay,
because you're not into gardening anymore, so you just like to grow Kumihimo
just grow
now.
Kumihimo cords.
I'm going to bring you the disc with some of your different cords. So this is your round Kumihimo discs. It's got your numbers around the side, which some people may find helpful, some people may not. If you don't have nail varnish to do dots on the back, there is black dots here for you, just to help you set up. But you can use basically as many cords as you want on these, can't you? You really can. And you can use any cord you want as well, including sari silk. Essentially, so long as it's all going to fit through here, you can create whatever look you want with this. From quite dainty, maybe just a few cords, to really, really chunky pieces. We're going to give you some cords to have a go, and each of these cords is going to give you a totally different look. So you're going to be getting your satin cord in this really hot cerise pink, as well as your creamy colour as well. That is your satin cord, 1 mil, 10 metres of those. You've also got in here your wax cords. So the wax cord just has a totally different feel to it. You see, it's quite high sheen, it's quite glossy, it's got a really nice smooth feel to it. And you could create some gorgeous male pieces of jewellery with this, as well as you know, beautiful, feminine, very neutral colours too. And you have some more suedette in here with that metallic finish. And let me show you this pink suedette. Look at the little glitzy bits on here. Can you see the glittery pinks, just as it catches the light? Really feminine, really funky. It's not over the top at all. And you're going to be getting loads and loads of cords in here. 30 metres of the safari wax, which is fab. You should be priced for the disc and all of these cords £13.85, which is already good, especially if you're thinking of starting a whole new skill for £13.85. But I really am going to do something super duper naughty for you now, because I want everyone to have a go with Kumihimo. I have worked at Kumihimo for many years with people of every age, and it's your chance to have a go for just £7.95 today for all of these cords and the Kumihimo disc. And do you know what? Let's be honest, even if you only purchase this today, you could start a whole new craft. You could buy this as a gift for someone, only get this and maybe the DVD, and you've got a whole new skill there for just £7.95. A whole new skill, a whole new talent. And there's loads and loads of pictures and different ones you can do online, and there's you know, watch these designer inspirations as well. There's loads of different weaves. You can create so many different looks. Really easy. £7.95. That's the sound of the phone lines being on meltdown. That's my melting phone sound. Oh, come on, guys, you knew what that was.
Oh, it was obvious.
It was,
yeah, it
wasn't
was.
it?
It was.
Thanks, Dad.
Yeah.
£7.95 for you. Get your hands on it whilst you can. CIGC01. And if you want to be able to create the square effects, I've got the square one disc coming up for you later, a little bit later. £7.95 to start a whole new skill. Yes, please.
With those cords as well, it's really nice to mix the different textures.
Bit of wax and a bit of satin, really high glossy sheening.
Yeah.
And then with this suede out as well for a bit of glitz.
Yeah, nice. Okay,
Look how quickly.
It grows really quickly, but it's sort of...
Just whilst I've been chatting, a minute and a half, 2 minutes, already. Look how quick that's grown. That's fab, isn't it?
But it comes out quite chunky.
Really does. What a gorgeous, almost double helix design effect, isn't it?
Yeah.
How fab.
So,
and then it's got that metal core as well, so it's nice and sturdy.
Yeah, but what I did, because I was going to manipulate it and shape it, you can actually pull it out so it grows even quicker then. And it shrinks the cord.
Have you seen what's just happened then?
Shrinks the cord down.
She's just twisted it.
But it grows as well.
That's the same piece that you've just seen, that double helix. She's just pulled it out and twisted it. That's the same double helix you've just seen. Wow, that's great. What a good technique.
So yeah, it's it makes it a thinner cord. It doesn't tend to do that with a lot of the other cords. They grow at the size that they're going to be. This
but you can lengthen
seems to
that.
Yeah. So once I'd gone along the whole length and used all of my silver coloured cord up, I whipped it off, wrapped some wire around the ends to
around the ends
hold
of
it.
the silver to hold it in place.
Yep, to hold it all together. And then just turn my board over and set it up for the brown.
Okay, so this is your golden brown suede cords now.
I used to like that song.
Oh, me too. It's fab, isn't it?
Yeah. Takes you back, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't know where I've even heard that song before.
No.
No idea. Don't know how I know
You're
that.
not old enough to go back that far.
And I don't even know the rest of it. Just know that one line. Makes me look like I'm dead musical though.
Yeah.
So it's fine. So you've got the golds at opposites and the browns at opposites now.
Yep. So now they're either side of your dots. Okay. So I'll show you this one because you don't want to watch that forever.
It's one you've already started.
Here's one I did earlier, as they say. Okay, so this section here doesn't have the wire, so it's dead, just cord-like, really. And this section here, you can bend into shapes, so you could actually make like a zigzag if you wanted, going around your neck.
So you can bend it, shape it,
and it stays
any way you want it.
Yeah,
amazing.
So I started off thinking of like a lot of the serpent necklaces and bracelets that are around.
So huge.
It'd be really cool making it into a serpent.
That'd be fab.
But then I wanted to layer it up with some of the stones and mix it up that way as well. So if you don't want it in a zigzag, it won't go through your crinkler tool.
No, it won't.
You'll have to do it by hand. So that your wire section's there that you can shape later. This section here is just braiding. But then we need to add some more wire because we want it to hold its shape for the loop of the fastening.
Yes, for the circle loop.
So
the bit you don't want sagging.
Yes, the non-sagging loop. There's what is it? A sagger loop? No, I'm not going to say it actually. No, in Stoke, it's with the ceramics industry. Text in if you know what I'm talking about. But
because I haven't got a clue.
I can't remember. Sagger. It involves bottoms again, but
wow.
Yeah, I'm not going to say it because I'll get it wrong and it'll be on like those TV blooper things. I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, it probably will. I love the idea of
not
that.
Not the way I'm going today, anyway.
I love.
It's with the old ceramics industry.
Okay.
It's one of the terms there.
I should see Harry Hill talking over her now.
Yeah.
And she was, oh, what a blooper. Listen to her now.
Oh dear. I'll never be back, will I? No.
We can't get rid of you that easily. No, it's fine.
Right, so I've cut a length of wire, and it doesn't really matter how long, because you can add extra bits on. This is probably about 12.
35 centimetres, 12 inches, yeah? About, yeah.
Yep, there or thereabouts. And I just made a coil on the end in the standard way. So, and again, these were quite, some of them are quite organic on the necklace and some of them are a little bit more structured. So it doesn't really matter. Okay, so once you've got your coil, and again it can be as small or large as you like, you need to take your disc with your braid, and I'll try and do this backwards so you can see. You just thread your wire into one of the holes in the side, okay, and up through the central core. Now, because you're not going too far,
it's not too tricky.
It's not too difficult, she says, making a dog's dinner of it. Right, there you go. So it's coming up through the centre of your braid,
yeah,
and your spiral is coming up at the other end there. So you pull it all the way through, and your spiral acts as a stopper.
Fab.
On the end, so it won't then come all the way through.
Mm-hmm.
So now we can start braiding up around that section, and again I'm just going to get rid of that because I have taken a child's eye out with wire before. Not quite, no I haven't. No I haven't.
Eyeball at the end of a piece of wire.
So all you need is about an inch of braid going around this piece of wire, because the wire's a bit long, isn't it really, when I only need an inch worth, but you'll see why. Okay, just bend that down, make it easier to go around. Okay, so if I go around this for a minute, and then I can show you how to form it into the loop and how to form the necklace shape.
So you're always making sure that you're going around in the right direction of the wire, if that makes sense.
Yes, stay on the side.
The side that it's going.
Yeah, yeah.
Brilliant.
Otherwise, your braid is going to end up twisted around the wrong side of your wire.
Yeah, I see.
So you need to keep the wire up through the centre of your braid.
Almost pretend it's not there.
Yeah, yeah.
So if you pull one from the left, it's got to go around the left of the wire.
Yep. So it's a bit like a maypole, how that sort of goes round.
Yep.
The pole in the centre, and all the ribbons then fold around it.
Yeah.
So just carry on for a little bit longer. I haven't got another one I made of this earlier.
What?
So. What?
Sagamaker's bottom locker.
That's the one. But I didn't want to say it, and you can see
why. Bottom
why.
knocker.
Bottom knocker. Yeah.
What is that?
That's why I didn't want to say it, because I thought I'm going to get these words all in the wrong order, and it's just going to go horribly wrong.
Oh, I've never heard of that.
Have we had a text in about it?
Yeah, we did, yeah.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you, Pat in Yorkshire knew.
Yeah. That's it.
Bottom knocker.
So
what is that?
It's to do with taking, I think, the pots out of the mould that they were formed in, I think.
And you knock the bottom?
I'm not sure. Yeah.
What's it for? Knocking the ceramic base of pottery.
Yeah.
Bottom knocker. Makes sense now.
And there's lots of pubs around Stoke and things with sort of that in their name. And
Bottom knockers.
Saggers Arms is one. And
oh, if I don't go to the gym, I'm going to get Saggers Arm as well. Well, you learn something new every day. I'm not sure what I can't remember
where that came from.
I like it. Good.
Yeah. Yay! I'm not going mad.
No, totally not.
Becky's standing here now thinking, oh no, can I go
I'm
home?
not stepping away slightly. Of course I'm not. Slowly moving away, Deb. I like learning.
So you can see that this is
already building up,
growing there, and it'll.
Your golden heart of gold designer inspiration is back. Do not forget in there, you got 10 carats of your green fluorite in the 2 mil. You got 10 meters of your copper wire 0.4, 10 meters of your 1 mil, and 15 meters of your 0.25. You got 2 brand spanking new iolite strands, 80 carats of those nuggets. You got 5 meters of the bronze sparkle suede at 1 mil. And you got 5 of the gold, 5 of the silver, and you got that cord pack in total of 15 cords. So loads and loads of goodies. 4 brand new strands in the clear quartz. Well, I didn't even mention that. 5 carats of clear quartz, 2 mil again. 4 brand new strands, over £16 saving, £24.95. That's what's on your screen now.
And they're perfect for the bead loom as well.
The 2 mils.
The 2 mils. So I was tempted to do some bead looming with this as well, but thought enough's enough.
Enough's enough.
Enough's enough. You go mad.
If you did do or wanted to do lovely Teresa's design from yesterday, Designer Ints, she of course used the 2 mil as well. So she created these lovely diamond-like effects sewing in. It was lovely.
Oh, yes, yeah. Again, you can just tug it and twist the braid.
Let's have a look at that
as you go.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So and it does exactly the same as the silver. So I think we may have enough there.
Fab.
To show. So if I pull it off,
unhook
of here, get rid of that bit. And again, what I'm going to do is just then straighten that out. Take a small piece of wire.
Is that your 0.25?
This is actually 0.4 because it's all like a fine, but I did use the 2.5 because it disappears nicely once you've covered it over with your 1 mil.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've probably got 2 inches of
your wired weave.
The wired section there. But you can, if you've discovered that you haven't quite got enough, you can ease it out a little bit to make it a little bit longer and going down the wire. Okay, so I don't need all of the cords here, so I'm just going to cut them off, but leave a tail so that I've got enough to wrap into a wire binding. Okay, so can I just grab the necklace? Thank you. If I stick it down on there.
Yeah.
We see that, and then I can show you how we
create the
loop. Okay, so you've got your coil here.
Yeah.
And
that's the bit you threaded through.
That's the bit. Yep. That's where you just bring it round and use a mandrel or your finger or a marker pen or whatever you've got to hand, wooden spoon handle, something like that, just to form it into your loop. And then you take your 1 mil wire that's coming up from the centre and wrap it round. Shift that over. just wrap it round here, which covers your
0.4.
0.4, which is holding it. And I've discovered with this that it worked quite well to keep the wire still and twist the braid. It seemed to make it an even coil, rather than it being thicker and thinner.
I suppose if you're moving the wire, it could have a little kink or a little bulge.
Yeah.
So just turn the
braid, and it made it a lot neater.
Good tip.
So I've got like a dog's leg. Is that what it's called? You get them in rivers. Dog's leg bend there.
An oxbow?
No, dog's leg bend.
My mind is blown by you today, Deb. Honestly, it's like unusual fact after unusual fact. Dog leg offer. Dog leg. Dog leg bend.
Is that right? Yeah.
What's it called?
It's just without plural,
Just dog. Just dog. It's not plural. Just dog.
Oh, there's not more dogs.
No, there's not loads of dogs. There's just one dog loop. Dog leg.
Dog leg.
Dog leg.
Bend.
Okay. Still none the wiser, but going with it.
Oh dear. I do worry myself sometimes. Right.
What is that? What is a dog leg? I still am none the wiser, actually.
It's the shape. It's sort of, you
of
see,
a river.
Well, yeah, you get them in rivers.
Yeah.
I suppose you get them in roads as well in places. It's this shape here where it goes round, like in a loopy bit, and then straight.
Okay, get you. So like an oxbow lake is like a woof, but the dog's leg, singular, Bex, dog leg meets and straights. Get it? Good. Every day is a school day with you, Deb. Every day.
You could say, yeah.
I just did say.
Yeah, it's something or other. I'm not quite sure what.
Oh, it's fascinating.
Can you imagine what my family have to put up with?
Bless him. Just constant jokes and banter. That's what it is, Deb.
Just mad. Right, what are we doing? We're fixing this.
Talking about lakes, aren't we?
Oh dear.
So you're looping it across now, are you?
So
to attach
now,
to the side?
yeah, it's wrapped around here, so it's secured our braid, and we're now going to attach it onto the other side. And to make sure that it doesn't slip and slide around, I just poked the wire through the braid.
Yeah.
So you can just wiggle it through. So I pull it tight, and then we wrap on this side just to secure it.
And you just wrapping that one side, you're not enclosing them both now?
You can close them both if you want to. Entirely up to you. So I quite like it as well. I couldn't make a decision when I was making it whether to leave these. Yeah. Yeah, they're quite nice. And I had some silver ends shooting out this side as well. Ooh, which was quite nice.
That's quite funky.
But yeah.
I suppose it's just personal preference.
So whatever you want to do, really, yeah. At this stage, there's no right or wrong with it. You can sort of chop and change your design as you go along a bit as well. So, oops. Okay, got the ends caught, but I'm going to leave them on this one. With the design that I did there, I used some jewellery glue just to secure the ends and make sure they're not going to move. No. So again, I'm twisting the braid, and it's giving a nice even loop. I think it might be because I'm not then putting pressure onto the wire, so I'm not squashing the braid.
Yeah.
So what we can do is take flat nose pliers and then just bend this coil back on itself so it sits back over that side.
Yeah.
You can leave it here if you want to. And again, you could make another coil here just to sit
Give it
there.
a different effect.
So yeah, but what I did was cut off the wire and then taking some round nose pliers, just bent the end and poked it into the braid and hid it. So you've not then got sharp bits of wire sticking out on your braid. And just squeeze it into position with your flat nose pliers. Like that.
I see.
So it disappears.
So it's all hidden, nice and neat. It's not going to scratch, not going to catch.
That's it. And then I did this on a bust and actually used a bust to shape up the necklace so I could work out the lengths and how I wanted it to sit. So your silver bit comes down to the bottom, okay, and this here, hang on, I'll put it that way so it's the same way as the bust there. So you can see on this one how we've got the tails sticking out here with the silver, which worked quite nicely. So that then supports, your silver one supports your gold one.
Yes.
And we use these ends here to wrap round and basically tie the two together.
So they keep in place.
Yep.
Fabulous.
So it's keeping them together, but it's also adding decoration. Now this one, because it's got the wire and the braid, it all seems to just sit a whole lot more easily. So I can't, that's it. I'm going to snip off the, if I can find the snips, just snip off the wire that I've got here binding, because I don't need that anymore. And
Oh, that's the thin, yeah, I see, the 0.25 that you did
0.25,
initially.
yeah. So I don't need that to hold it in place anymore, because I've got my my 1 mil doing that. Okay.
I suppose you could just hide it if you wanted to.
You can go over the top, but and hide it, which is what you do on quite a lot of the other ones. Okay.
Fab.
So you've got the right lengths there, and they're working together. Okay.
Yeah.
And then the tails get bound using the other. I'd make a coil there.
I see. Like on the other side.
Yeah, like on the other side. These then go further down and get bound again. So can you see that on there?
Yeah, I can see on here.
And then what I did was I took some 1 mil wire and threaded on a load of these stones, that just all the different tones from the 2 different strands.
That's on 1 mil. Wow, so
on 1
they
mil.
go through 1 mil?
Yeah.
1 mil goes through them?
Goes through them, yeah. There were a couple that didn't, but most of them fitted quite well. That then fits on the bottom, and again you bind it in the same way that we did with the others.
Bind it around and swirl it.
Bind it around and cover it with the with your swirls and your decoration.
Fab.
So if you wanted to, what you could do as well is just sew in some of the fluorite or some of the clear quartz to across on top of your swirls and around, just to
make it super
give it a bit
bejewelly.
more. Yeah.
There is such a stunning piece, and I love that you've got the clasp at the front here, which is just fab, isn't it? It's just so lovely. There's no fiddling about with it. You just pop it on, you're ready to go. Now, I've only got 20 of this bundle left, actually, which is a bit of a shame. So 20 chances left to get your hands on the Heart of Gold jewellery kit with the 4 new strands, 35 metres of wire, and loads of threading goodies. Deb, you are a love. I have been on a journey with you today through bottom knockers and dog legs and
yes.
other parts of the anatomy. I'm going to be coming back to you in a little bit. What is your secondary designer ints?
We've got some more braiding,
yeah.
So we can use all of the cords that we can use with the Kumihimo, but without using the Kumihimo. So slightly different technique.
Ooh, and I'm loving this, Deb.
That's ripples and water and just like...
Ripples, water, it's fan-like.
Forever.
I've got to set you a challenge now though, Deb.
Oh, yes.
Because I don't believe in time off.
No.
So I'm going to do that. Stay tuned for jewellery designs and a day of education. After this break, we'll be back.
You can now keep in touch by liking Jewellery Maker UK on Facebook. Get interactive with Jewellery Maker.
Get involved with Jewellery Maker by sending the studio a message during our live hours. You can send a text to 60777 and start your message with JM Studio, or alternatively, go to our website and click on Watch the Live Show, simply type your message into the box and press send. Make sure you stay tuned in case your message is read out. Get interactive with Jewellery Maker.
Here at Jewellery Maker, we have a commitment to providing genuine gemstones. We do that by up to 3 lab tests, and we have our own in-house gemologists. That therefore means that when we say genuine gemstones, that's exactly what you're getting.
If you miss a Jewellery Maker show, then simply go to our YouTube page, where you'll be able to find hours of Jewellery Maker footage. Search by show, date or type. Alternatively, search by guest designer by using our playlist page. You can also find hours of tutorials with handy hints and tips to give you inspiration. Our YouTube page is updated on a daily basis, so you can access any show at any time. Stay in touch with Jewellery Maker.
Welcome back to Design Inspiration, and thank you for joining myself and the fountain of knowledge, Deb, today. I have got the challenge for you now, and this challenge has got garnet, amethyst and quartz within it. Take a look at these beautiful pieces. And that garnet almost looked like ruby. It really does. 35 carats worth you have on here, and these are 2x1 to 4x3. It's a 30 centimetre strand. They are so sparkly, so delicate, with a real strong body of colour. Garnet, we know, of course, is one of the most sought after gems in the world, and it's so stunning to have it as part of a bundle, especially with these colour tones. 50 carats worth of my birthstone, the amethyst you've got in the irregular plain bicones, all the way up to 5x2 on that 30cm strand there. Again, no spaces on this strand, so absolutely packed full on those. 100 carats worth of your clear quartz as well in these medium nuggets, and they're up to 15x9mm on those ones. Gorgeous clarity, seriously stunning clarity. Now, we gave you a couple of options today for your challenge, didn't we, Deb? Because we were in, well, we just were in a good mood. Normally, we're like, you're having it, that one. But you got a selection. Your eyes were drawn to this, weren't they? Why this one in particular?
I love the colours together. Those colours are just working so nicely. But the clear quartz, just the cutting on that, and each of those stones is really individual and different. They're all different on the strand, and that's what I like. So, yeah, I think it was a combination of the colour and the cut on all those 3 strands that did it for me.
It just caught your attention.
Yeah.
I tell you what, the price is going to catch your attention as well. Amethyst, quartz and garnet, £16.85. Surely, just for the garnet, you'd be happy to pay £16.85, wouldn't you? Realistically. But we're going to do you a designer inspiration discount today. £12.95. Let's have a look at them all individually to really get a feel for these. This is your clear quartz in this gorgeous cut, which is just so exceptional. You can see how clear they are when I hold it still. Look at that, completely rest it on your eye clear. And as I'm spinning, I love how the light source actually changes with inside it. So you'll see if you're looking at the one in the middle there, that almost looks glass clear, doesn't it? But as it rotates, you see how it gets, the light's all interrupted because of the faceting's taken into different angles. Now you're picking up colours of the studio. There's not that clarity there anymore, is there? You've got blues, you've got blacks of my dress, you've got some of the lights upside. It's just so intricate, the faceting. It's offering you so much every single time you're spinning it. And the great thing with that is, no matter what you wear with this, as soon as it spins and it catches the light, something else is going to be picked up of your outfit. Amethyst, just beautiful tone of amethyst here. Really strength, almost a Rose de France kind of light and pinky tones to this one as well. And these are classed as a plain bicone, almost I always think of it as a flying saucer shape a little bit on these. They've got that really interesting smooth appeal to them, and because it's a relatively unusual shape actually. What do you think of this shape, Debbie?
It is like a sort of puffy rondelle shape, but it's got a feel of a nuggety feel about it as well, which is quite interesting. But the colour's just perfect.
The colour is a pow, the colour is a pop, the colour is just so strong on this.
It is. But the two together, the cut and the colour together, work really nicely.
It's just beautiful. And finally you've got the garnet, which genuinely, £12.95. I will be chuffed to buy a strand of garnet for £12.95. But you're getting the other two as well. In fact, I'd be happy to pay £12.95 for any of those strands.
Yeah.
Especially the size of that quartz.
The quartz is amazing. The length of that strand is amazing.
Isn't it?
And the sparkle on it as well. It's brilliant.
It is. The facets are just doing this so much justice. Beautiful ruby red tone of garnet here. It really is exceptional. And the body of colour as well is pretty similar in each stone, which is lovely. You can create some really uniformed looking pieces, even though there is a bit of graduation on that strand. Do you know what? Even just the purple amethyst with the red garnet together, I think, how classy is this? It's feminine without being girly, if you see what I mean. You know, there's feminine, there's girly, isn't there? This is a grown-up femininity to these pairings together. And then you've got the quartz, which would be gorgeous as maybe a button effect, just to highlight some of these pieces. Cufflinks, again, you could actually do with this gorgeous, huge strand as well, couldn't you? £12.95. It should have been closer to 17. You're getting it for just £12.95 today. And not only that, you're going to be getting some inspiration from lovely Deb as well. So we're going to be coming over to Deb probably around 4:45-ish, and we'll have a look at what she's created. Deb, have you got any ideas coming to you at the moment?
I'd quite like to do a bracelet. Thank you.
No props.
Definitely going to combine all 3 strands together because they just work so amazingly well. But because I've got the memory wire as well, I'm going to do a pendant, a neck piece as well. So.
You also had that memory wire as well, which I'm going to pop on the bottom of your screen now. That was the 3 different colours. You had 14 loops of the ring sizes, 14 loops of the bracelet sizes, and 10 loops of each of the necklaces as well. And my eye has just been drawn to this. When is this coming up? Have you seen the quality on this?
No. Oh, wow.
Coming up when? About 20 minutes time.
That's
right.
Electric.
You know, sometimes, this is Labradorite, you know, sometimes on Labradorite there'll be, you know, some really, really bright ones and then some that are just average. Pick a number, any number
5.
between, all right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've chosen 5 from the ends. Look at this. This is just to show you, it's not just a random one. This is 5th from the end. And look, this one's your 5th one. Ooh! Power punch on all of them. Look at this huge. Hello. Ooh. Ooh. It's like a lighthouse.
Wow.
Isn't it? On
That's
all of them.
amazing.
Not just some. On every single one of these, you've got loads of labradorescence. Isn't that? Look at that. I love this one as well. Boom. Pow. If this was a Batman noise, what would it be, Deb? We've been talking about Batman noises.
I think that'd have to be a kapow, not just a...
Yeah, I get it.
A big kapow.
Kapow. Under £20. How much under? Not just 5p. Did you hear that?
I heard that. Gimme, gimme, gimme.
Gimme, gimme, gimme. That's coming up for you really shortly. And please don't forget about this most delectable strand. It's one of your big 4 and one of the most sought after in many, many ways. It is Brazilian as well, which is one of the #1 locations to get your stunning emerald from. But I'll let you know that I'm in Last Chance Saloon on the numbers of this actually, because it is such high quality. To get your hands on this higher quality, of course, you're not gonna be able to get that much, but it is brand spanking new to us today. That gorgeous, gorgeous strand. You're gonna be so lucky if you get your hands on that. How about getting your hands on that emerald later? Did you get that diamond? The most stunning stranded diamond I've ever seen. If you did, why not get another one of the big 4 now? So sought after ruby. 50 carats worth of this. Now, these are huge for the normal size of this quality ruby that we're looking at. These are really sizable, all the way up in size to 5x3 mm. So sometimes when we've got this higher quality of gemstone, because of the quality, because of the difficulty to get your hands on them, and because of the rarity of them, it's only possible to get really, really, really small gems. But this quality, you've got large pieces, 5x3 for this quality and luxurious ruby is genuinely something stunning. Now, Ruby is one of those gemstone strands that I'm sure you've got words rushing around your head now. It's almost, I know you can't personify a gemstone, but it has got that feel to it that instantly you'll look at it and all of these words will pop into your head. Right, Deb? 3 words. Are you ready for this? 3 words to describe. Don't even look at the strands. Just when I say ruby, close your eyes.
Close my eyes.
Have a moment. Visualize the gem.
Okay.
3 words.
Rich.
Yeah.
Expensive.
Yeah.
Impressive.
And now, look at the strand. Would you put all of those words onto this?
Definitely.
Well, you'd be wrong because it's not expensive. Your price today is £39.95. But it does, doesn't it? If you think about gemstones, you think expensive, you think rich. $39.95 though. Hey, go on. Oh, they've got a late show ruby on tonight actually, drops as well.
Ooh.
They're coming up later on if you're into ruby. $39.95 for this. It is so exceptional. It truly is. And if you haven't got this quality of ruby in your collection, now is most certainly your chance to do so. TCSF90 is the code. It's £39.95. And if you're going to be creating a look with this, it's imperative you're going to be working with 925. And it's also imperative that when you do give these pieces away, you give them away in something a little bit luxurious, something a little bit special, such as these organza bags. Do you know what I just felt like then, what I feel like right now? Guess. Can you imagine? Think of a fairy tale. If I do this, Goldilocks. No. You can't know my name. I go out at night. Ha 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 ha.
Oh.
Spinning the hair. Spinning hair. Oh, look at this gorgeous gold.
Spinning hair into gold.
Yeah.
But who did it?
Who done it? Is this a Pyro again? Rumpelstiltskin, guys. Rumpelstiltskin. That was my best Rumpelstiltskin impression.
Dear. Sorry.
Glenn's looking at me just like, missed school that day, did you? So you've got your gold, 10 of these bags. They're huge and they all say handmade gemstone jewellery on them, again. And you've got this silver, which has almost got a titanium colour. I know it's classed as silver, but it's almost titanium colouring to these. 10 of each. Whoa. You're getting loads and loads of these, aren't you? And so you'll get them like this. They look a little bit like a shower cap. And then scrunch them up and you've got your little gift inside there. Think about it this way, okay? Let's imagine. How much per bag? No, it's not. Are you twisting my leg? You're pulling my leg on the price of those each, aren't you? Can I just say, imagine, Deb, I've made you, I haven't made this, obviously, but I've made you this beautiful, stunning piece. And it's so lovely, and I hand it to you like this. You're going to think, nice, aren't you? Oh, lovely. But what if I then... Oh, in here, bit of tissue paper, a little bit of your own gift tag. If I gave it to you in this, Deb, what would you think?
It's it just makes it a lot more special because you've got the surprise, haven't you?
Yeah.
Got the surprise of a bag with something in it and you can feel the weight and you just think, what's she got me?
Yeah, exactly. It does. It looks more impressive, doesn't it? And it's like when people give you gift bags. You can use them time and time again, can't you?
Yeah.
If you're going to use these, say, on your stall as an upsell, so say someone can buy something and you say, would you like it to be gift wrapped? All you have to do is get a piece of tissue paper and then pop that in there and then do it with this. You could charge, what, an extra £1, £2 for the gift wrapping?
Yeah, £2 or £3.
Yeah.
I mean, if you go into some of the high street at Christmas.
Perfumeries, etc.
Perfumeries, cosmetic counters, yep.
Yeah.
They sometimes charge more like £5 or £10, depending on what they're wrapping in.
Yeah.
And that's usually a paper. It's not going to be something
Organza.
as glamorous feeling as an organza bag.
No, definitely not. 20 of them, £19. 20, that's coming in at less than £1 each. How do you feel about less than 50p each? You're gonna have to be quick though. 9-inch organza bags, your gold and your titanium silver. £9 today. That's 49p each, isn't it? About 45. 45 pence each you're getting these for today. Say you're going to be, even if you're gonna, you know, be really, really nice and just give them away with some of your, say, custom-made jewellery, what you can do is, how about you sew on or you attach somehow your business card? Or, if you attach your business card maybe to the cord somehow, then you've got it time and time again. What if you've got maybe the moulding compound, or maybe you've got your own little logo, your own little je ne sais quoi that you do with wire, attaching that onto there as well, so that it's always on there and they've got that as something.
Well, you could hole punch at the end of a business card.
Yeah.
And then sort of push the ribbon through the hole and then bring the loop back over the entire bag, so that then attaches it onto your ribbon.
That is fab. I love, love,
So
love,
that would
love.
work.
That's really good. Hey, as well, what about, do you do jewellery parties? How about you do like if you do raffles or mystery gifts, mystery prizes, you can have these for that, can't you, as well? You can get loads in them, absolutely loads, and just have them as a little mystery gift, mystery prize. And the thing is, if you do attach your logo or your piece of information to it, every time that this is then passed on, because let's face it, it's very unlikely anyone's going to throw something like this away. Every time I get a bottle of wine in one of those, like, you know, tacky sort of paper bags that you get your wine in, I keep them.
Yeah.
You pull the tag off that's got your name on, don't you?
Use it again.
And then you use it again, don't you?
You do.
And then in 6 months' time, when it's your birthday, you get it back. It's the circle of giving bag life. And that's what you have with this though, but you don't necessarily have to give it and then they'll give it back to you. This could then be passed to someone else and on to someone else, and even as storage as well.
Yeah.
Gemma Crow made flowers out of the organza bags, didn't she? How fab is that?
I made a fascinator out of one. For all of them, or just for one of the colours?
Just one of the colours. All of them? 35p a bag.
Oh, that's good.
35 pence a bag. That is crazy loco lunacy. That is so, as my mum used to say, you couldn't make them for that. So my mum used to say, you couldn't make them for that, and you probably couldn't.
No, you wouldn't.
And it'd take you time and effort, and you'd have to get labels and sew them in. That is so special. That is just bleh.
Bleh. Yeah.
Bleh. Bleh. That is so wonderful. I love it. I absolutely love it. And you're getting so many. Let me show you. Look. Hang on. There you are. This is all on one order. Wait, I can't get them all. Hang on. Look at how many you've got here. Come here. Look at all of these. That is so much. No more needs to be said. 35 pence per bag. This is such a deal for you today. £7. They're gonna add a luxurious and professional feel to the pieces that you are selling, because let's be honest, the fact that you're giving these bags, do you know what I even love? You know the little favour bags you get that are made out of organza at a wedding, and you usually get some sugared almonds in there, those really small ones. I even keep them, even though you've only got sugared almonds in, because they're in a little organza bag, all of a sudden you think, I'll never live without sugared almonds in my life every day. They feel luxurious, they feel special. And you're getting the huge organza bags for 35 pence. £7, I'm going to have to move on though, because they are flying. I told you I'd bring you this, and I most certainly will. It is the most beautiful strand of Labradorite. Wowzers. Now, Labradorite has this schiller for a couple of reasons. Number one is due to its almost fibrous nature, as it were. So what happens is you've got the lines here, and as the light enters, it kind of bounces in between. It's like a skimming stone, I always think, and that's one of the reasons. And another one is actually the makeup of the gem itself. So a lot of gemstones, if I do this, say this is the structure of your gem, your long axis is known as a C axis in the gem world, and the base axis here is known as the A axis. So your C axis and your A axis in most meet in the middle, creating a cross effect. But with the Labradorite, there's a little bit of a kink. So your C axis is still straight, but your A axis actually comes up at a different angle. And that's another reason you get this intense flash. So you've got the skimming effect, which gives you the different colours, the different effects. And then you've got the movement, which actually gives you these different blues, reds, yellows, different colours you can get. You've got all of that in here. It's so, so special. On all of them. Golds, blues. Every single one's got labradorescence. Blues you've got on here. Whoa, hello. It's got peacock tones running through here. Another one. I'm not missing any of these out. I'm going to find labradorescence in every single one. Look, see that then? You've got that gold. See the gold on this corner? See? Next one. Blues, yellows. Can you see? Oh, there, that bottom corner, look. Yellows again. I'm not missing any of these out. Oh, blue again then on the bottom base bit. Huge amounts on all of these. This is an exceptional strand. And do you know what else I love about this? It's a bracelet strand. It's a pendant strand. It's a ring strand. It's an earring strand. It's a cufflink strand. There's nothing here that you can't do. So, you know, sometimes with the drops, you couldn't really make a pair of cufflinks out of a drop, you know, unless you had a really unusual way of doing them or turning on the side, you couldn't really. But this is something that's got everything. Could you imagine having this as a ring? You're just chatting to someone, buying your lottery ticket, reminding yourself you need another pint of milk, and people's eyes are going to be drawn to this. It almost looks like it's a magical imagination that is just catching your eye on this. It's totally created by Mother Nature due to the structure of it. I've already got about 20 of these allocated. 130 of them. Your price today, I said it was under 20. I didn't mean by 5p. £14.95. 5 or less than I suggested. It's too beautiful. This is, I think it's safe to say, in strand form, definitely the highest quality I've ever brought to you. 110%, hands down. Totally the best quality. I brought some gorgeous cabs to you as well, but on a strand, this is a most stunning quality. How would you show off the labradorescence, Deb?
I'd have to do rings with that because the light just bouncing off those facets.
Yeah.
It looks like it's alive. That is amazing. It's an amazing strand. So whatever I did, I'd probably use them individually.
Just as little highlights.
Yeah, because then use them with maybe other strands. So use them with some quartz or maybe amethyst or all sorts of different sort of colours, because they've got so many colours in them.
Yeah.
The colours that are firing off. I mean, I can see there on the bottom stone, going around the bottom of where your wrist is.
Yeah.
It's actually reflecting a blue light back onto the desk.
Yeah.
Incredible.
That's so special.
So I'd have them as the centrepiece in a pendant or a ring.
Yeah.
They're amazing.
They are almost mystical, they're almost magical. And the thing is that I love about them as well, I know at home, so when I move in this strand, you'll all get a flash at the same time because you're all watching it from the same angle. But as Deb said then, you wouldn't have been able to see the flash of blue that she was saying. When I bent over, I couldn't, but because of the angle she's at, she can, which is going to happen when you wear it. You're going to look at yourself and be, okay, yeah, these are nice. As they move, someone else is going to be able to see the shiller, and then someone else's. It's got this really amazing, magical, just shocking.
It is.
It's like Merlin, the magician, is at work within each of these.
They're amazing. They're the best strand of Labradorite I've ever seen.
Yeah, me too.
And I've got loads of it, and I love it. That's like you know, like tropical butterfly wings.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? They've got like that sort of almost like a peacock feather effect as well.
Yeah, those huge butterflies, massive ones.
It's like that because it's just like an iridescence floating across the top of those stones.
It is. It's an aurora borealis of colour tone. It truly is. Oh, I see what you did there, Glenn. Big butterfly. Oh, goodness. Cameraman Glenn, you are a talent. You knew about dog's legs, and now you know when a big butterfly is staring you in the face as well. Gosh, that's good. £14.95 for you today. ISRU09. Checking out those baskets, everyone. Make sure you're checking out your baskets, ladies and gentlemen. I already know this is going to be ridiculously high-end, and this sounds silly, but even without looking at the gemstones, number one, I've just spied that it's a high-end gems of distinction. Number two, the spacers are gold on here. Morganite, Goshenite, aquamarine, well, beryl already we know is the most sought after family of gemstones in the world. There is no weakest link when it comes to the beryl family. And let's face it, with a lot of gemstones family, there is. You'll get high-end gemstones in a family, and then you'll have the lower price gemstones in that family. You have not got that here. When it comes to beryl, you don't have that at all. Every single one is known for its high-end, its prestigious gemstone name. This is by far the highest quality I have ever seen. When we're looking for beryl, the highest end beryl, you're looking for clarity with zero inclusions. Now that is something that you just can't get your hands on often. I really want to show you the difference in the Morganite on this strand. So this is that strand of Morganite I brought to you earlier, which is beautiful. It's great for its unusual shape. But can you see how on this strand of Morganite, there is this internal silky-like appearance. You've got all these inclusions that you can see mirroring on the surface. Now look at this Morganite. The clarity, you can even see the clarity because as my dress is there, you can see that through it. The colour and the strength of hue is still there, but the clarity is exceptional. No inclusions in here whatsoever. And it's the same for every single one on here. Every single one of your goshenite. Beautiful, purest of pure clear. Your aquamarine is just exceptional. There are no cracks in here. There is no banding of colour. There is no silk-like, almost Venus hair inclusions. There's no rutilation within these. These are just the archetypal but pinnacle example of each of these most sought after pieces of the beryl family. Not only have we got the clarity, you've got the strength of hue in each, and you've got this exceptional faceting. I've only got 14 of these available to you today. Your price point, £67.95. Let's be honest, that is a considered purchase to many. But with only 14 left, you haven't got that much time to think about it. Don't forget that you've got 30-day money-back guarantee. If you do not fall head over heels in love with this, you can absolutely send it back. But £67.95 for what is the highest quality of these beryl you can possibly wish for. It is just exceptional deal. The fact that you can create something with this with 95 and for the quality, do you know what, actually what I would say to you honestly, create pieces with this. Create your pieces, use 925. Don't try maybe and go down the adding them to copper, because you just wouldn't with this quality, you wouldn't. Before you sell any piece, I would strongly suggest you get them valued. Strongly suggest with this strand, because that's when they're going to come into their own. Strongly suggest you get every single piece valued beforehand. Single figures on this now. Truly, the quality of a gemstone really can make or break the price of your pieces. It really, really can. And if you do get it valued, make sure that you don't sell it for a penny cheaper than you get it valued for. Make sure it's imperative. This is an authenticity essential. Get your certificate on this strand. Get every single piece you create, whether it's got one of these in or the whole strand, valued. Because you're going to be blown away. And it's going to show you how quality can sometimes add more than quantity. So you could actually, say you bought a gorgeous strand of ruby from us, but it was full of inclusions. Maybe you bought it for £10, but you used the whole strand on a piece with 925. That could be valued at cheaper than a 925 with just one of these, purely due to the quality of this. I've only got 4 left though. £67.95 with 4 left today. Bundle. Oh, I remember this. Oh, I remember. Where's that brew come from? Did Cass make me a brew? Cass, you little love. Thanks, Cass. No, it's still got steam coming from it. I won't have a sip now. Burn me lip. I have got findings galore here. Hey, look at those ones. They're like holographic. Oh, look, that's everything you're getting. Do you know what I totally love and adore? We've got to look at these separate ones. Look at these. They're almost holographic. The way they get this appearance is they're actually cut into in a spiral. But as I'm moving it, just look How the light cascades around these spaces. They're almost just squashed over, aren't they? Isn't that special? Can you see how the light's following around these? These are 925, you can tell that. Twist, swirl rondelles. 7x5, you're getting 5 of these. You can tell they're 925 because, to be honest, high shine. But also, no one would bother putting this much work into them if they weren't 925 probably, because it's so intricate. It's going to take a lot of time to create these shapes. It really is. You've got your connectors as well. You've got the circular brush design connectors. So you'll see in the full circle, there's a little ridge in here. And then on your other circle, you've got your opening. So this works as your connector. And then they've got the eye holes at the top here, so you can attach them to your designs. And then, I've never seen these ones before. These square. Brand new. Oh, that's why I've not seen them before then, isn't it? Brand spanking new connectors. They've almost got a bit of a geometric kind of feel to them, these ones, haven't they? I'd love seeing these with a bit of polymer, a gorgeous cane work with these. It'd be fab.
Mary, quantish, aren't they? You know, like dresses.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'd work well with the black and white polymer clay with those.
Yeah, I love the
really
idea
nice.
of this. You get in a findings pack with this as well, and this is one of our newer silver findings packs. Oh my goodness. You get in the gorgeous toggle clasps in there, but you've also got, I love these, your flat bottomed head pins. How many times have I said bottom today? Flat bottomed head pin with the little stars. Isn't it? That's so nice. And do you know what? If you're going to do macrame and you want to attach these and have them maybe sticking out on, say, a bracelet, you're going to get that real effect. But even just as a little subtlety on, say, a drop earring, it's going to be really nice and interesting to look at, isn't it? You've got the twisted toggle clasp as well, which has got this rope-like design. And I always think you get a free jump ring with this, holding it together. I like that. You've got so many goodies in here, 115 pieces in the findings pack itself. You've got 5 of the big circular clasps, you've got 5 pairs of the big square clasps, and you've also got the 925 twisted rondelles. Price today, £17.80 is good, but it's not right. What was that accent? I shocked myself then. It's not coming out of your mouth, not the way you're planning. Anyway, it's not £17.80. That's the price all the time, I know with you, Deb. Not today. £9.95. The findings pack itself is £7.95. I brought these the other day. And you can't actually buy the silver individually, can you? We did one the other day, individually, but that was a total random deal. £7.95 that was. So you're getting, let's think of it all separately, you're getting 10 of your square and circles. There are pairs, obviously, aren't they? So you're essentially, although you've got 5 pairs, it's like you're getting 10 pieces, isn't it? Because don't forget, you don't have to use these as clasps at all. You can have that as a little drop pendant maybe with a few suspended gems in the centre. You can use it as a frame for polymer clay. You could use these. What about a nice pair of polymer clay and set into these? Make yourself a pair of cufflinks with them. You can do so much with these. And you've got 925 in there. So £5.95, no, £7.95 is the price of the findings pack. So £2 extra. You're getting 5 pieces of 925 and 10 connectors. This is such a special deal today. I love, and these ones, these round toggles are actually really large, aren't they? These are much larger than our usual ones that we do in the findings pack. What do you think of this together, Deb?
They're quite weighty looking, so they add a real feature to whatever you make with them. But some of those would make fantastic earrings just hanging on a piece of chain. Yeah. And then put almost like a polymer clay plug in the middle. I did that on one with a kit I had a couple of weeks ago, and it worked really well because you then get the flash of colour in with the metal.
I love the fact that you can do that with them, because these are brushed metal as well. You can see how when I'm moving it, see the light on the base one. And we gives you a really holographic effect, I always think, with that brushed look. These are large pieces in some of them, but you've got really delicate little pieces. You've even got the featherweight head pins as well. How many did it start off with? Hundreds started off with. Oh no, I've got over half my stock gone on this now. Started off with bang on the nose of 100, and I've got 44 left now in stock. That's it. You've got multi-buyers galore. Linda, I like how many you've got. Brenda, Paul, Debbie, Joan, Alison, Delia. You know, Smith. Where does Delia Smith live? If it's Northumberland, she's watching this afternoon.
It must be near Bristol somewhere, mustn't it?
Oh, doesn't she? Yeah, football club, isn't it?
Yeah.
Delia Smith, yeah. I can't believe how many of you are multi-buying on this. Well, I can, because £7.95 just for the findings packs. £2 extra, you're getting 5 pieces of a beautiful... Oh, hello, Willow. You are so bad. It's deals like this that is stopping me from doing my psychology coursework. Oh well, lol, winky face. Oh, I know, Willow, and I'm mischievous. Why not? Hey, I hope your coursework's going all right, Willow. Coursework, oh, them were the days, weren't they? Putting it off till last minute. Waking up in the morning of hand-in, going, oh no, I've totally forgotten.
No, you didn't, did you?
Time and time again, Deb, I won't lie. Laura says, afternoon ladies, that Labradorite strand is stunning. And it is shouting either a simple necklace or a bracelet with a simple star spacer bead. Love the show and designs. Happy Easter. Happy Easter, Laura, you absolute little love. How special is this? This is coming in the bottom of your screen now. Isn't this so luxurious? Isn't that luxurious? $14.95, you can see it there. This is by far the highest quality strand I've ever seen. Laura, did you get yourself one of these? Hope you did. I went through every single one of these and you saw how much labradorescence each one had. $14.95. You've got pinks, blues, Aurora Borealis of iridescent delight on that strand. Silver Findings Frenzy. Well, it's been a bit of a frenzy on the phone lines. Do make sure you're staying where you are. No, I have not. 20 left. Deb, no chance of you and me getting any, hun.
Of what?
No chance. The Findings pack. 20? Yeah, started off with 100. Sorry, mate. No chance. £9.95 on all of these finders, including 925. I think that is so special. How about... Ooh. How about if you've just got that 925 and you're looking for something with a little bit of class, but a little bit of something different, a little bit funky, then I think honestly this could be the one for you. Really attracted to the shape in particular on these ones. I love as well how they're stranded pointing in separate directions, because that to me already, just the way they're stranded in opposite directions, gives you more interesting ideas. 95 carats worth of this clear quartz faceted prisms. What would you think of doing with these, Deb?
Again, I'd want the light to bounce around on those because of the faceting.
Pardon?
And
what did you say then, Deb?
I'd like the light to bounce.
Oh, the light. I missed out light. My ears went silent for a moment and it just sounded like you went, I'd like to bounce around on those. Oh, okay. All right.
I'd love to be small enough to bounce around on a gemstone.
Little Thumbelina Deb. Right, yeah, we'll edit that bit out, but that's definitely what I heard. You'd like to let the light bounce.
I would.
So how would we do that?
I'd use some tiny, tiny little spacers in between, just to give the quartz some space around them, because the faceting and the clarity on those really deserves, again, to be the star of the show. Yeah, because they're amazing. They're twinkling.
They are, aren't they?
They look like little cut ice cubes, you know, like ice sculptures and stuff like that, where they're like, the ice is so clear and it's carved into all those fantastic shapes. And then you get the sort of the North Pole or whatever, the light coming down. Yeah. It's like that. They've got so much light inside them, it seems.
Yeah, I do see what you mean.
Really clear.
They are really clear, and it always looks like they're glowing because of the light's entering, because there's so many facets on this. I always think of it as like a fun house. Okay, you go into a fun house and you have the mirrored bits, don't you? It's like the light entering, all these facets are like those crazy mirrors, and it means that the light's staying inside for longer than, say, on your planes. Yeah. And that's why it looks like they're glowing, actually, doesn't it? 95 carats we have here of these prisms, all the way from 8 to 12 mil. The price today, £14.95 for this amount of work, for this shape. And let's be honest, it's totally unique shape as well, isn't it? It really is. The prisms themselves are doing this gemstone serious justice. Clear quartz, as you may well know, the Romans used to believe that quartz was an ice sent from God because it never ever melted. And I can understand with this strand why they might think that, because when the light enters it, like you said ice sculpture. Yeah. Didn't you?
Yeah, it is. It's just like little blocks of ice.
I used to live in the centre of Chester, the very, very centre, next to a thing called the Cross, which isn't a cross, it's just a pole. And it's called the Cross, and because I was in the very, very centre, I used to live above all the shops. There was a guy doing ice sculpture one year around Christmas, and he did a reindeer family. It was amazing. You know, these ice sculptures, he had like 2 or 3 tiny little, ice reindeers, and then he did the mum, and then he went on to do the dad, and obviously the dad has these huge antlers, doesn't he? So I woke up in the morning and went to work, and then I went out on my lunch break, and he was still at it, just finishing off this huge like stag with its antlers. He was still there, so it must have been about 3 hours that he'd been there. Wow. And he was just finishing it off. And as I turned around to go and go into a shop, I just heard this effing and blinding because he just lopped off a whole antler. No. 3 hours he must have spent on this thing, and he just lopped it off. Well, mothers were covering the children's ears. Children were crying because they thought Santa wouldn't be able to get there because put one of the reindeers in as an accident. Oh my, I felt heartbroken for him. But I can understand why Romans thought that this would have been ice. See how I looped that background line? Seamless. £14.95 for this today. How do you feel about a brand new strand? Brand new. Brand new, and a brand new location, realistically, for us. Madagascar rose quartz. We haven't got any on the website, if we're not, did you say? Madagascar. Now, with any gemstone, we often say there's some places that are known for it, and that's kind of one of the areas that they come from, and you get a different type. It's like, if you get, say, amethyst from, I don't know, the USA, say, and you've got a nice body of colour there, but then you can get it from Zambia, and you've got a totally different effect, and it's still amethyst, but it's totally different. You've got that with Madagascar rose quartz. This doesn't really look like any rose quartz I know, because it's clear. Have a look. Isn't that unusual? Now, Madagascan rose quartz is a relatively new discovery. It was discovered in April 2007, but didn't actually get noted as rose quartz, or essentially found to be rose quartz, until October of 2007. So realistically, in the world of gemstones, it really is a very, very new one to us. You can get inclusions in the Madagascan rose quartz that can be of diopside, chrome diopside. You can get little flashes of that in there. I think about this rose quartz, what is so unusual, it's got a blue hue to it, doesn't it?
Yeah, the light bouncing around, you can definitely see like a violet blue undertone. It's a pink stone, but it just has almost like an ultraviolet sort of glow about it as well. It's really difficult to explain, but it's an amazing colour.
It is really tricky to explain.
Amazing strand.
And you might be able to see it more if I actually pick something that highlights that colour. Let me find something. What about this? That kind of, you'll be able to see it a little bit more now. Can you see how it's almost bringing out that blue? It actually almost looks a bit purpley now, doesn't it?
Yeah.
When you look at it next to that. There's just something in the body of it that's just giving it a totally different look, isn't there? Something really special about it. So it's a really relatively new discovery for us, Madagascan. You'll be able to see the strength of colour is still there, and this is natural. So there's no obvious silk-like inclusions that you normally get with rose quartz. It's got a beautiful clarity to it, and you can see the facets as well are just working totally in that advantageous manner. Because if you think of rose quartz, a lot of the strands that we'll have will just be plain, won't they? I had plain stars on the other day, plain rounds you get a lot in rose quartz. I've got some arrowheads coming up for you in a little bit, which are just plain arrowheads in the rose quartz. We don't usually bother with faceting, do we? But that's because there's so many inclusions, there's so much of a silk-like internal effect within rose quartz generally that there's no point. But on this, you haven't got that. You've got the clarity, you've got the strength of saturation, the strength of hue. So the facets are therefore put on. You're going to adore this price. It's a premier strand for £9.95 today. Genuinely, I just saw your jaw drop.
I can't believe that. Not for that strand.
Yeah.
Because the quality is, you just see it and you know that that's real quality when you're talking about rose quartz.
And
it's amazing.
Honestly, I genuinely believe that when you get this home, you will know that it's a different variety than you're used to.
Yeah, definitely.
You really will, because of that body of colour, that body of tone.
Looking at it on the screen there, it almost looks like a Kunzite, because it's got the violet undertones. That's only just come to me looking at it on the screen. But yeah, absolutely gorgeous.
It is stunning, isn't it? 85 carats worth as well we've got on here. Genuinely, when you get this home, you'll be able to see the difference for yourself, because it's just such a lovely, lovely tone. It's really feminine. It's quite a pleasant, gentle, almost kiss of pink to it is what you have in here. And you're right, it does have that Kunzite-like appearance with those backdrops, as it were, those undertones of your violets and your blues in here. £9.95. If you haven't ever got your hands on Madagascan rose quartz, trust me, you're gonna know the difference straight away. As with the programme, a lot of the time it's location, location, location. And I think with rose quartz, for me, Madagascar is the new location to be. £9.95. Now, we are in designer inspiration. We've got for you a designer inspiration bundle. This is our second designer inspiration. And the first thing that strikes me, when let me lay it out for you so you can see it all, is the amount. That's what strikes me about this. Findings pack, 3 gemstones, sizable pieces as well, loads of wire and threading materials. This is really quantity, but you've got the quality as well, because you've got 220 carats of chalcedony, 400 carats of your agate and 115 of your amethyst. Let's take a proper look at these gemstones, shall we? This strand is not to be missed, I believe. Could you imagine just one of these as a piece of jewellery, just a bracelet, almost a centre point of a bracelet? Because they are huge. Oh, sorry, you've got a grubby fingerprint on that there. How rude. Look at the size of them. These vary in sizes from around 25 by 1, pretty big, to 45 by 28 mil. That is huge.
Yeah. I saw these on the screen when I was putting the kit together, and I thought, wow, I like them. They're amazing. The colour's gorgeous, the size of them, the cutting, the shapes. And when they arrived home, they were even better. I was really happy that I'd put them in.
And they've got clear spaces in between, which I like as well. They're huge. These are whoppers. And look at all the different shapes that you're getting on here. They're all really interesting. You've got some sort of plectrum shapes on there. Oh, hello, ring of my... Oh, look at that. Hey, it looks a bit like our Gemporia logo, actually, this one, doesn't it? Aren't these huge, special beauties? 220 carats worth. I don't think I've ever seen a strand like this in my life. So you're getting this one, and you're getting the chalcedony. Sky blue. This is the colour of the sky yesterday. It's not quite this colour today, but yesterday this is that colour, isn't it? 220 carats worth here, 8 by 5 to 14 by 9 mil. What drew your eye to these ones, Deb?
I just love the colour, the softness of that blue, and the patterns within each stone. I spent hours looking at them, but they're a really sort of soothing and peaceful blue. There's nothing harsh or hard about it.
No.
It's really tranquil and calm.
It is relaxing, gentle strand, and actually that's reflected in the shape, isn't it? Yeah. They're not all regimented, and you know, they're just kind of chilled, relaxed, beach chic. That's the thing. They are just really relaxing, really gentle. And then you've got the amethyst, which go exceptionally well, don't they? 115 carats worth on this lavender strand. Oval, 10 by 8 mil these ones. What caught your eye about this strand, Deb?
I love the colour, and it just worked so well with the other 2 strands. You know, with the grey as a backdrop, and the blue. So it tied the 2 together.
It does actually, because they're quite natural and muted tones, aren't they, in all of them? Yeah. So these are your 3 strands. I've not even got into the threading bits and bobs yet. 115 silver plated coppers findings pack you've got in here, including but not limited to your chain, your feather weights, head pins, those gorgeous twisted closed jump rings you've got as well. You've got pairs of your beautiful shepherd's hooks with the gizmo detail as well on there. Got loads of things, your extender chains. All you can see on screen now, you'll be getting in the silver tone. 115 pieces, including the little organza bag. Threading materials, you've got you... Ooh, what is this thick cord. Leather.
Yeah.
Leather with a high shine sheen over the top. What colour are we saying for this? Aqua. Yeah. It's so soft and high shine. Totally beautiful leather there. 5 metres worth you've got of this leather, and it's 2 mil. You've got your threading pack as well with your beading thread in the stainless steel colour. You've got your elastic and your monofilament as well. And wire. 20 metres in total, silver 0.4 and silver 1 mil. You can't get enough of the silver 0.4, can you? Let's reiterate. 20 metres of wire, 5 metres of genuine, beautiful leather cord, monofilament elastic beading thread, 220 carats of chalcedony, 400 of these grey agate, and 115 of the lavender amethyst. Should be priced £46 10 So, if you went onto our website right now and bought these individually, that's what you'd be paying. But that at the top of your screen, CYGC95 is a discount code. If you type that in, you'll only pay £21.95 today. Wowzers. So how much is that? £24.15 saving. That's better than 50% off then, isn't it? That's close to 60% off, isn't it? That's a buy one, get one free price, that is. £21.95. That is crazy. Let's, since you were so quick with the maths then, let's test you, Scott. How about we do the price for your threading materials, your findings and your gemstones. So basically, take £21.95 and divide it by 3. What's the price of that? £7.31 for these 3 strands of gemstones. £7.31 for the findings pack and the wire, which is essentially normally for your metallics, which this findings pack by itself is normally more expensive than that. It's normally £7.95. You're getting this and the wire for £7.31 with 20 metres of wire. And for all of this threading material as well, the same price, including leather. That is exceptionally cracking deal for you today. £21.95. You're saving more than you're spending. And you know what? I love saying that. Yeah. Save more than you spend. I've never seen that anywhere else apart from here. I've truly not. £21.95. CYGC 95. £7.31 for these massive gemstone strands for 3 strands of gemstones, including, let's face it, if those agate were an animal, they'd be an elephant. They're that massive. £21.95 today. Hello, Deb.
Hello.
What a lovely mixture of goodies you've got here.
Yeah.
You've got really, they all look really wearable, but you've got kind of a really stand out, almost arty nighttime piece. And then you've got this on, which is so gorgeous. You'd wear it for, you know, a day wedding or a christening or a picnic, or you've got a lovely mix in here. Obviously you adored the gemstones, but what gave you the inspiration for these pieces?
I wanted to make something that felt quite tranquil and water-like, but also something a bit sort of sea-inspired. I like beachy type environments and the sea, so that's why it was called Still Waters, not because of the sea, because that would be a bit odd. Yeah. But the water type feel to it. So that's where that was coming from, and I love braiding with leather cords. They're just fab.
They work really well to braid,
Yeah.
don't they?
Yeah,
If
they
you
do.
have got any questions for Deb today about the inspiration behind her pieces, about finishing off projects professionally, about different types of things you might find in a river, about perhaps how to sell on your jewellery, do message us in. All you have to do is text us, 60777. Start your text with the word JM Studio. Alternatively, you can go onto our website, jewellerymaker.com. You'll see a little box. Send a message to the studio. You can just type it in there. Any questions you might have, got loads of time today. Message him. So where are we going to be starting with this gorgeous piece?
Okay, with the leather one, you can actually remove the pendant off the front as well, because it's the bail on that is big enough to slide over the clasp at the back. So
Isn't that clever?
you can wear it on the beach or whatever, because you
I
haven't.
love that.
You know, it's
Days and nightwear piece then.
Yeah, yeah.
Wear it in the
Definitely.
day at maybe a wedding when you're at the day do, and then at night time, as soon as the dodgy DJ comes out, as soon as Oops Upside Your Head's on, just slip this out of your bag on, you're ready to party.
You are.
Aren't
yep.
you?
Yep. You're off.
You're off.
You're off.
So we've got ourselves the beautiful blue. I love that aqua tone of the leather
It's a
cord.
fab colour. It's really.
Goes with your ensemble.
It does. Yeah. Yeah. I should be wearing it really, shouldn't I? It's really nice cord to work with because there's no kinks or like glitches in there.
No.
It's smooth all the way along, and also you can. That means that when you're braiding. All of the knots that you're making, or all of the tension is going to be even throughout your braid.
Okay.
So you're not going to end up with a wiggly worm that's fat and thin.
Yes.
I don't know where that came from. Right.
The wiggly worm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's a good song, but I'm not going to sing it.
Is it There's a Worm at the Bottom of the Garden?
I love that.
And his name is Wiggly Woo.
You have to do the actions too.
Oh, I don't know that one. I know that one.
Oh, I don't know that bit.
Oh, do you not?
No.
We'll talk later. Tell you more later. Come on.
Okay, so what I did first was cut off a length of leather that was basically the length to go around my neck.
Okay.
I've got a bit extra here because this is what's left.
Okay.
Now this doesn't use any sort of Kumihimo braid or the wheel, either the round one or the square one. This is done around a dowel.
Okay.
I've seen it done without the support down the middle before, but I can't do that. I get in a mess.
Yeah.
So I'm going to show you with a dowel. It's a garden cane almost, isn't it?
Isn't it? Careful of your eye, Deb. Is
not
that
a
just
child.
from a
I'm fine.
haberdashery?
No, it's from like a building supply thing.
Get it, yeah.
But it's just a round.
How thick does it need to be?
Post.
Could you do it on a skewer or a pencil? Or?
You can do it on a skewer, a pencil. Obviously, the size of your support affects the size of your braid.
Got it.
Right, I need a vise.
I have a hand.
That's what I thought.
Cool.
That's perfect.
Cool.
So let me show you this one. This one's one I've started, but I can show you then how to do it. So what I did was I taped at the bottom of the dowel my cord that goes all the way through the braid. Okay, so I just use masking tape around the bottom. That's then the piece that goes into your vise.
Okay.
But make sure that your cords are running down either side of your dowel.
Okay.
And you've just got wood on the top and the bottom. So that when you put it into your vise, it doesn't damage your leather.
Good tip, good tip.
Okay, so if you hold there,
Yeah.
da, 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 we have a mobile vise. Okay,
And I only need feeding.
do you?
Yeah.
Water in,
Feed and water.
feed and water, and that's it. Do you
Pretty
sleep
much,
ever?
yeah.
No?
No, pretty much not.
No sleep.
That's why I'm on the strong coffee now.
I don't like coffee. Okay. So then with the rest of my leather cord,
Yeah.
I measured out 3 lengths.
Okay.
So divided it into 3 equally and taped them round at the bottom as well.
And taped them up.
Okay, so hopefully you can see this and you can see what I'm doing. So here I've just got the 3 braids. You can do it with as many cords as you like. You could do it with 12, 14.
Okay.
Doesn't need to be an odd number or an even number, anything.
That's what you like.
Okay, so first...
Do you want me to do it on so camera
Oh
5
yeah,
can see?
okay, let's do that. That sounds like a plan. Okay, so your first cord, you bring over your second cord. Your second cord comes over that and over your third cord.
Yeah.
And then your third cord comes over your second cord and through your loop.
I see.
And it's as simple as that.
Right, so let's see that again.
Okay. So it doesn't really matter where you start on sort of which sequence. So your first cord goes over your second cord comes over your first, so over the tail,
Yeah.
and over the third, and then your third goes over that one and through the loop. And you can get really quick. So you have to make sure that you keep your tension as you're braiding.
So making sure it's always tight each time you move
Yep.
onto the next layer.
Okay, so we'll do another one. First one over your second cord,
Over
over
and through.
and through. Obviously this builds really quickly because you've got, is it 1 mil, the leather cord?
2 mil?
2 mil. I thought it was bigger than the average cord.
Yeah, it's 2
So
mil.
it grows really quickly, it's fab. Okay,
Over, through.
yep. So if you do this braid, I should have brought a bracelet actually that I've done in wire, and you can use different coloured wires, and it's really nice. And then you can actually form it like we did with the Kumihimo earlier,
I know, yeah.
and make it into different shapes as
Oh,
well.
I like
so
that idea.
twist it.
Well,
so
let
that's
you know, 50% of the stock has gone, so it's really imperative that you check it out or get yourself on the phone lines now, please. 50% has gone.
okay. So you just carry on doing that for as long as you want your front section.
Yes, as long as you're on that front
Okay.
piece.
Okay. Release your vice. Okay. That was without rehearsal, alright?
I know! Goodness! Improv.
Okay. You'll notice that I had an elastic band
Just to hold that top one.
holding the top one out of the way, which doesn't want to come off. There we go. Right. So at this point, I'm just holding onto the braid to keep it together, so it doesn't completely spring open. And I'll just take the tape off there. I've got some scissors somewhere that I've hidden.
Whilst you're fighting that off,
Yep.
just want to let you know that it is way over half of my stock gone now. There is 5 of you with it in your baskets, and you really do need to check those out right now, please, because with 50% gone, what often happens with designer inspiration is people will wait till the end of the design and then go, oh yeah, I think I can do that, so I'll buy it now. It's so much better to get it straight away as soon as you know you want it, especially with the amount you're getting in here, especially with you spending less than you, you're saving more than you spend price. 26 pounds, how much was it? £24, 15 pence you're saving today, and you got 10 meters of your wire, you got this gorgeous leather cord, you got 3 strands of your gemstones, you got your threading materials as well, with 2 organza bags and a 115-piece binding pack. It really is an exceptional deal today. You're only spending £21.95, but you're saving over 24. It's a cracking deal today. I have got the square Kumihimo disc coming up for you really shortly. I know we've had some messages in. We'll bring it to you in a wee while.
Okay. So
You bought it off.
got it off. And now I just need to pull all of my cords over to the side, and then using a little bit of the 0.4 that's in the kit, just secure it, but only loose. Don't.
So that's not to stay?
It's not to stay.
Okay.
No.
So it doesn't matter if it's messy?
No. Okay, and then you remove the stake from the centre. It will stick.
Okay, yeah.
Especially if you're using wood or something that's not sort of shiny. So what you do is you just twist the braid.
I see, you can see
If you can see, it twists that way when you make it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you twist it
in the opposite
gently
direction.
in the opposite direction, and it loosens it
tip.
up. And then you can remove it from
cracking tip.
your stake. Okay, so we've got that end there and that end there, and we've got our cord down the middle. So what I did was then made sure that all of the cords were lying neatly around my centre cord, and rebound that so it was neat
so
and
it's nice
stayed.
and neat.
Yep. Okay. And then I've got a gizmo coil that I made on the same piece of dowel. Just cut about 2 centimetres of that, and that fits over
just to hide those
the
tails.
ends, hides the tails. Yep. And then one of the rope coils
from the
fits
findings
over
pack.
from the findings pack, and I just used a little bit of jewellery cement just to fix it, to make sure it stays exactly on the top.
So it's a really
of that
professional
coil.
finish then,
Hides
isn't it?
all of your ends in
Brilliant.
there, and a couple of, I've got 3 jump rings on there, just so that it tapers up. If you look at the necklace
design.
there, you can see how then the different sizes of rings
Draws your eye
bring,
up, doesn't
yeah,
it?
up into the single leather cord.
Yeah.
Okay.
Beautiful.
On the end where the clasp fixes, I've just put a jump ring, and I've looped the leather cord around, and quite simply used one of the extender clasp channels
Yes,
to
the cord
just
ends.
fit over, and then wrapped some of the 0.4 silver wire over the top,
Oh, clever.
just to create a bit of a feature at the back.
Because then it sticks with the same theme as the front, doesn't it? That twisted look.
Yeah, your twists and
Got it.
your different layers building up. So on the front where the pendant is, I discovered a nifty little trick that I really liked to finish off the leather.
Okay.
So I just cut a single
Little length.
piece that was left over from a braid, and using the
Crimp bead
crimp
covers.
bead covers, you slot it. I don't know if I can do this without getting my fingers in the way. Hang on. Okay. So crimp bead cover. You slot your leather into the end
Yeah.
where it opens up, so it's lying flat with the sort of mouth piece facing down,
Yeah.
your leather, and then squidge it. So
Wedge.
every single time I've done it, I've trapped my finger. So that's just because I'm dead clumsy. So you squidge it,
How cool is that?
and it finishes off the end of the leather brilliantly.
So fab.
So I'm going to use it on bracelets and things.
Really
to
professional
off.
finish.
Yeah, it's
Love,
nice.
love that.
Um,
I've had some messages in just before we see
Okay.
the finish of this about the Kumihimo. When's the square disc coming? Some people are rushing out, probably trying to set up your Barbie in the back or something. So I'm going to bring it into you now just quickly, because we've had quite a few people message in. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for your wait. You are getting the Kumihimo square disc. Now talk to us about the difference between this disc and the round.
So you tend to use more cords on that, and it also gives you a flat braid.
Yeah, gives you a totally flat square look, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Almost mimicking the shape of the hole,
It does really, yeah. You can get quite a nice wide square braid coming through. You can then, if you wanted to, sew it into a tube. If you, does that make sense? If you fold over the, so you've made your cord.
Yeah.
You've got a long thin strip.
Yes.
You then fold it lengthways and just use some cotton to sew down. And you could do a similar thing with it. Then put a cord through. Yeah.
I like that idea
nice
a lot.
tube.
Very clever idea. You're going to be getting the square disc, but you're also going to be getting the cords. You've got this beautiful suede out, which is different to the glittery one, because if I show you the back of this, still got a bit of glitz to it, but wait for this, wait. Ooh, that looks like posh shoe, doesn't it? Posh shoe this looks like. Beautiful gold. Do you know what this reminds me of? Something like Kylie would wear in a pair of hot pants. It's that kind of colour, isn't it?
It is.
And you've got the silver that has the same effect to that as well. You've then got the glittery tones. You've got this chocolate glitter. You've got the red glitter as well. You've got more of the silver, and you've got this beautiful, almost rustic gold colours on there too. Loads of these in the Mardi Gras. Now, if you are brand new to jewellery making, or you just want to try Kumihimo out for the first time, this is going to be the one for you, because not only can you watch back on YouTube today's designer inspiration, our first piece, and we showed you how to use the disc itself, but also you get your instruction pack in it. You get shown how to get yourself started. You get shown loads of different ideas that you can try out, and it even shows you the finished products of some of them. Gives you a little bit of background. It tells you how to set up your board. On the back as well, it's got some more and shows you how to create this type of effects with it, with these flat braids. Now this one, you've got the square Kumihimo plate. Your price for this and all of these suede threading materials, £14.85. It should be, but not today. It's designer inspiration. It's not $14.95. It's yours today for £10.95. Every single penny we can take off this, we're taking off for you today, so that you can get started on something completely new. Have you maybe had the kids or the grandkids around for the Easter holidays? Have you been thinking, next time I'm going to get something to keep them entertained? Well, then get this for them. They'll have a whale of a time creating their own little friendship bracelets that they can give off to their friends afterwards. But also, it's something for you to use time and time again. And let's face it, there's nothing to go wrong with this plate, is there? There's nothing to fall off. There's nothing to rust on it. It is what it is. Once you've got it, you've got it. It's yours for as long as you look after it, life, essentially. £10.95, you get in the square plate, you're getting an instruction and ideas booklet, and you're getting all of this threading material as well for £10.95. Make sure you're getting in quick though. I've got people buying 2 of these. I've got people getting loads and loads. Paul, Eliza, Caroline, Claire, Maria, Gwyneth, good name. £10.95 on this for you today, and it's going to give you a different look, but using very much some of the same techniques as you will on the round plate. £10.95 for you today. Loads of you coming in, but what I will say is there's loads in baskets. Loads of you with it in your baskets. It's always better to check out, because essentially, how long does it take to check out? 30 seconds. But if you miss it, you'll be kicking yourself for 30 days. £10.95 today. Check out your baskets. You're getting all of these goodies, and you can really, with this, your imagination is the only limit. You can use organza on it. You can use starry silk. You can use leather. You can use suede. You can use wax. You can use just anything you have got your hands in. You stash at home. Have a go with that today. £10.95. So, you've had your leather snips. I've let you put the ends on, those crimp covers.
Yep.
Fab.
And I did the same on the silver wire.
So what wire was that? Was that the 1 mil?
That's the 1 mil gauge.
That you got in the kit?
Yep. So to do...
That's at the bottom of the screen.
To make sure that stays on, just turn a loop. Doesn't matter how scruffy it is.
Clever.
Or anything. And then you'll need to give your crimp bead cover a bit of a wiggle to get it over the loop. Make sure it's quite a small loop. Otherwise
End of your round nose part.
Yeah, right on the end.
Right at the tip.
Okay, and then just give it a squeeze in exactly the same way. So then you've got the two elements there. And using the 0.4, I just bound it as if they were both wires. So, oops, which way are we going with that?
That's it, yeah.
That way?
I see.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's just 5 wraps along the wire and 3 around the leather. So the leather moulds to the shape of the wire, so you can again alter the curve that
so you can
you've
make
got.
it as deep as you like.
Yeah, you can get it really curved as well.
That's a great technique, isn't it?
So,
and also because it's leather, when you're weaving it, you're not going to be fighting. Sometimes you are with double wires, aren't you? One will try and go off somewhere, but leather will just go where the wire goes.
So you just need to make sure that you're holding it quite securely, and don't over tighten your wires when you're wrapping, because otherwise you'll get little like nips, if you like, into the leather. Okay, so I'll straighten that out a bit because we don't want it quite that quite that kinked. Okay, I chose a stone for my pendant.
Huge agates.
They're amazing.
They are
absolutely gorgeous. And what was really interesting was this dark grey came off the same strand as all of the light greys. So I separated out the colours and used the pale colours with the sort of ripple necklace, and the darker colours with the stronger tones of the cord. So, okay, and then just pop in 1 amethyst on a head pin, and it's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. The colours in this I love.
And you're just hooking it on?
Just hook it on with simple loops. Okay. So then I've done it so that then fits on the top. And to make the bail, I took a length of wire.
Is that your 1 mil?
That's the 1 mil. Yep. Sorry, I keep forgetting to tell you that.
No, it's all right. I'm just double checking.
Yeah. So that's how long's that? 10 inches.
Yep.
Something like that. Wrap it with a workable length of your 4 mil. Hint, tip, old wire coil. I'd started doing this for the, so I had it for the demo, and I thought, well, how am I going to get it there? Because every time I take wires in that I've started work on, they all end up getting kinked and horrible.
Ruffled.
Yeah. So I thought I'm going to wrap it round an old thing.
Very clever little bobbin.
Bobbin, that's
you get
the
wire
word.
through on.
Cheers, my dear.
No probs.
So I've wound about 3 centimetres around that, and then that forms the bottom of your bail. Okay, fold it up so that that's then equally distributed on your wires, and then you can make it as wide or narrow as you want, really, and then just using a figure of 8 sort of weave between the two. That's a bit wider than I want.
So it's just figure of 8 just with 1 loop, is it?
Yep, 1 loop, and you get a really nice flat silky sort of finish then, because your wires are really close together. So rather than it being spaced out with sort of gaps in between your wire, you just have almost like a flat sheet. And just make sure that you're pushing it down to the end every time. You don't want it to move around.
To spring.
Yeah.
And that keeps them looking neat as well, actually,
Keeps
doesn't
them
it?
looking neat and tidy, and keeps everything even. And then at a certain point going along, I thought, right, okay, we're going to stick an amethyst on this.
Okay.
So at that point, when you decide you want to add some stones in, obviously you need to take into account the length of your stone. So just make sure your wires are that distance apart.
The base wires.
Your 1 mil wires,
Yeah,
yeah,
I see.
sorry. Okay, so you then hold your stone and wrap around twice, and then the wire, the 0.4 wire, will fit through. You watch, it won't do it on this one now.
That's brilliant.
It did it on all the others. So yeah, it goes back through.
Yeah.
So it's really secure. You will need to pull it with flat nose pliers, just to make sure it's straight.
So you've got added strength there, but also
Yeah.
it's going in the direction you actually want it to now.
Yeah, so it now sits on my wire the way I want it to. And what I
Brilliant.
wanted was some of the wire to come over the top of the stone as well, just
Just as a design feature.
yeah, just to hold it where I wanted it, so it didn't then rotate on those wires, so it lays flat. So
Gives it a really interesting appearance, actually, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It almost draws the eye in more, in fact.
it
than
forms
just-
around
Yeah.
the stone. Yeah. So I put a couple on going up, weaving up. But I thought it'd be quite a nice design as well if you wanted to hide a couple round the back as you were going. So it's almost, you could put like birthstone in there or something like that, for if you're giving it
Like
as
a
a
little
gift.
hidden secret.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a really
That'd be
lovely idea.
Quite cute. So I've added on 2 stones. I've done bits of texture going up, just however I've sort of feel when I'm doing it, and just take it up, and then pulling in the 2 1 mil structural wires up the side, and then back to my figure of 8 weave. And that's how the bail is formed. So keep the tails on, and then what you need to do, using a ring mandrel or something, a stake of some description, you then poke the 2 tails through the bottom loop. Okay, take your 4 mil wire with it, so everything goes through the loop, and that then fits over the leather cord.
Clever.
Okay.
Very clever. What a beautiful detail.
So, I mean, you can change the stones going around, add in extras, add in, if you wanted to, some coils or swirls, whatever you want as decorative features. And again, you could wrap your stone if you wanted to, right on the front. So to then fix in everything and get it all fixed in together, what I did was I took this section, held it in here in place, hopefully you can see that, with my fingers and thumbs in the way, right, and pulled my cords round, my wires, sorry, around the cords and back to the back of the pendant. Not wrapped quite enough there. Okay, and then you can use your 4 mil wire that you've been doing all your weaving with to wrap round your leather and wire decorative feature, and just attach that onto your frame by stitching it through.
Clever. So it's hidden.
It disappears completely, and you can't see then how it's being held in place.
That is clever.
Okay, so a bit scruffy, but that's then fixed. Tidy all your wires up on the back. And what I actually did on that one was I cut one of the tails off, and the other one I pushed through because I didn't want just two wires coming along over here.
Yeah.
I wanted 3 because it balances better in my head.
Okay.
Okay, so I then brought this piece of wire,
The
4mm,
Yeah, the 4mm.
back through, and then just wrapped this wire here so it blends in again
Around that 1mm
around
tail.
the 1mm tail that we had. Hopefully that's making sense.
Yes, I understand that.
Okay, and that then disguises it, but it gives me 3 wires coming through the hole rather than 2.
Rather than just 2.
Okay, so that's nice and neat then. And again, we just neaten off at the back, using one of these to create a loop
to act as your, how clever, so that you can dangle your huge gemstones.
So just, I think it was a wrapped loop, just to make sure it's secure. That's the scruffiest wrap loop I've ever done in my entire life.
Well then, that's
But
very
hey-ho.
good. I'm quite impressed. I've done wrapped loops that look like, well, I don't even know. I wouldn't
bowl
even
of
like
spaghetti.
to say. A bowl of spaghetti.
A bowl of spaghetti.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not a very nice bowl.
Really? A scruffy
I've had
bowl.
some wrap loops that just, well, that is very neat.
So,
That's why you're a designer, you see.
and then you just open up your loop that you've got on the top there
If you're agate.
of your agate, yep. And you can pop that onto your loop. And Bob's your auntie. That's done.
That is so spectacular, but so eye-catching. I think that's beautiful. Do you know, it reminds me of a little bit, it's like a bit of a thistle. Do you see that? It's literally just my imagination, isn't it? Deb, you are a creative wizard. I've got something now, because Scott was so impressed with how you use those silver crimps to just disguise the end of that beautiful leather. I've got something that is so naughty that Scott, who works upstairs a lot of the time, one of our managers here, Scott, this is the type of deal that I'm going to give you now, that if any other producer did it, Scott would be going mad at them. But it's Scott doing it, so no one can tell him. And it's bank holidays, weekend, so everyone's away. There's no one in upstairs.
There.
How much, Deb, is a findings pack, these new findings packs? Can you remember? I did say before.
I think they're about £8 or £9, £7.95.
Perfect, perfect. You are good at this.
On form.
Not today, they're not, Deb.
Aren't they? But they're the ones with the hefty chain and the hefty earring.
Look at the
hefty.
earring findings. You need to get on the phone now. I genuinely do. It's this findings pack. You know, the one with the gorgeous little flower detailed shepherd hooks? That one. It's the one with the beautiful little flower effect. That's the one you can see on screen now. It's got the chunky chain.
The chunky chain. Lovely.
It's also got the little flowers as well.
I love those spaces. I absolutely love
Can you
it.
open that for me, Dad?
Can you not open it?
No, I couldn't actually. Look at that chunky chain. You have to get involved in this now. Are you ready for... Look at this chain.
Wow.
It's that huge, chunky, lengthy chain. Now, we're not going to just take off 5p. We're not just going to take off £1. This is so naughty. If I do not see triple, quadruple buyers, I'm shocked, because today it's £4.95. 115 pieces, £7.95. That is meant to be £7. Oh, the phone lines. Oh my goodness, Joe, I've got this picture of people in the call centre now going, ah, the phones. Look at how much you're getting here. Extend chains, your crimp covers. You've got those gorgeous flower clasp, and you've got the, oh, I love those head pins with the stars on. You've got 3 of your S-shaped clasps. You've got, oh yeah, look at this as well.
That's
the
nice.
Flowers, that brush effect. You've got 3 of them. You've got one of these lovely clasps that's huge. You've got loads of crimps. I love those, aren't they?
Yeah.
And little stars.
Yeah.
You've got your feather
Those,
lights.
they are brilliant.
Why? What are
Really
these
good.
made for?
Because sometimes the heavier gauge head pins won't fit through your stone, basically.
Things like pearls.
Pearls, yeah, pearls, and some of the strands of distinction, and they're just perfect, absolutely perfect for that.
I am in the mood for findings. I can't believe you're getting all of these for £4.95. Do you know what? I have bought toggle clasps, 3 toggle clasps for more, just 3 of these for more than you're paying for 115 pieces.
Yeah, I bought earring findings way back, and they were a base metal with silver plate, but they weren't copper. They turned my ears green and made them itch, and they were awful. So I threw them away, but they cost me more than that, and that was about 20 years ago.
Wow! Oh no, are we getting told off for that price? Keep your eyes peeled, they might be coming up again on the screen. We've had a phone call, Scott got told off. It wasn't me, it was Scott. If anyone, management's watching this back, it's fine, just keep your eyes peeled. Honestly, genuinely, bottom of my heart, honestly, £7.95 findings pack. This is. It's £7.95 findings pack. £4.95 today. That is a steal, realistically. A deal of a steal.
It is.
Is it for
Brilliant
real?
value.
Brilliant value, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you get the Organza bag. I have got more on this double buys than I have single. That means that if you're getting yourselves 2, 3 or 4 of these, you have a new label. Savvy shopper. You're a savvy shopper today.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for showing us that, Deb. Now, how is the challenge going?
Oh, it's coming along. I've lost it. What have I done with it? It's over here.
Is it going all right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
let me show you.
pretty. Oh, you're doing well. Good, because I'm coming over to you in a that's beautiful. Oh, that's beautiful. I'm coming over to you in a tiny amount of time, about half an hour. Ah! Good. We like that. Be back over here in half an hour. I've got that stunning strand of emeralds coming up. It's so exquisite, and it's coming to you after this short break.
Do you need a helping hand to get started with Jewellery Maker? Are you stuck for ideas and need inspiration? Then visit our Jewellery Maker website, where you can find our video tutorials. Expand your knowledge and skills with these easy to follow jewellery making demonstrations. Whether you're a beginner, hobbyist or business owner, there's always something new to learn. It couldn't be easier. Simply click and learn some new jewellery making techniques. Jewellery Maker have an extensive range of DVDs for all abilities. Each of our mediums has an introductory DVD to help you get started. If you're already an experienced jewellery maker, we have a collection of projects and more advanced DVDs to take your designs to the next level. We are always filming new DVDs with our specialist guest designers, so visit our website for more information. Join guest designer Sarah Elvin and get creating stunning designs in no time with this Kumihimo introductory DVD. The easy to follow steps shown on this DVD will make you feel like you have your own personal tutor and will guide you through a variety of techniques to get you started. To get your hands on a copy, simply contact our call centre. Get creative with Jewellery Maker.
Join us this bank holiday weekend for our Easter egg extravaganza. We'll have some cracking prices. It's no yoke. You won't be shelling out on our special deals and you'll be hopping mad to miss out. Shall I go on?
No, stop, Vicky.
Emerald. In the words of Vicky Carr, shall I go on? Emerald is one of the big four. It's May's birthstone, so it's coming up. You've still got a chance if you purchase it today to make yourself some beautiful emerald pieces and sell it on to the birthstone market next month. This is Brazilian, which is one of the #1 locations to purchase your emerald. One of the reasons it is one of the locations to get it is because you get such a variety in those mines. And that variety has been put onto this stunning strand for you today. You've got that archetypal, rich, deep, forestry emerald green colour. But you've also got these really delicate, gentle hues as well running through here, which a lot of the time, because they've got the clarity, can be even more popular, in fact. Of course, beauty is within the eye of the beholder, but what we do know from this strand is that quality is something you are getting in abundance with this particular strand. Emerald is, as I said, the birthstone of May, and actually it's a really interesting birthstone for that account because it's the only birthstone that has been in all of the birthstone tables since ancient times. So each, every, say, 15, 20, 30, 40 years, the birthstone table will change slightly. Emerald's the only one that since way back when has always been in the birthstone table, and that's purely because of its popularity throughout the ages. We know that Cleopatra adored emerald, so much so that there were battles fought over mines that were said to hold emeralds. There is one mine that was known as Cleopatra's Mines, and it was depicted in history, in literature that was found, paintings that were found at the time, and it was known as Cleopatra's Mine. And it was said, apparently, that she went to war with the owner of the mines purely because it had such a high yield of emerald. And she wanted to be the only person who could actually collect and own emerald. Now, that was a tale that over time people weren't so sure about. Is this real? Is it? Surely someone with such a high status as Cleopatra wouldn't go to war over things such as just gemstones. And it was thought to be a myth until hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years later, and in relatively recent times, where that mine was actually discovered. And they did discover Cleopatra's Mine, and it was on the very, very near to the beds of the Nile River, and it's just got this special kind of, you think, celebrity status to it because of her. But this mine was just depleted so vastly that they could only find tiny, tiny pieces of emerald left because Cleopatra had taken all of the yields and kept them for herself. She hadn't given them out as gifts. She hadn't given them out to people in her local, vicinity or people who worked for her. She kept them all for herself. It was such a symbol. Imagine being the only person in the whole of your land, as it were, the whole of your community, that was allowed to own and wear a certain gemstone. because you were the only person who could get your hands on it. You would have people mining the gemstone who would bring every single inch of their yield to you. And apparently it was said that if the miners were even thought to be taking some away, that they would be put in prison for the rest of their life. Cleopatra was so obsessed with emerald because of the history to it, which is still synonymous today. It's known as a power gemstone because of Cleopatra. It's known as power, it's known as strength. It's also a very calming gemstone, and Cleopatra actually used to adorn herself in it because she believed it would give her longer life because of these strengthy tones and attributes to it. To know the history of this gemstone, and the thing is, that's not even myth and lore. A lot of the time what we tell you about gemstones, what we know or think we know of gemstones, is myth and lore and folk legends. This is all factual. £34.95 is not your deal. That's the price you're going to see it at from now on. This is your intro deal. We've been doing this sometimes on Designer Inspiration. First time you see it, it's the lowest price you pay. £29.95 on this strand today. That is too exceptional, because look at the quality of this. Look exactly what you're getting on here. £29.95, that is your introductory price. That means that from now on you'll be paying $34.95. You might now and again get £1 off, but it's your introductory price. You won't going to get it any lower than this. The reason we sometimes do introductory prices on such high strands as this is because A, they're so stunning and exceptional, but B, because we don't want you to look at this and fall in love and think, oh my goodness, I hope in 2-3 months time I'll be able to afford that, or I hope in 2-3 months time they'll take it down in price and then I'll be able to get my hands on it. No, we want you to be the first to own it straight away. £29.95. What do you think of this price, Deb?
I think it's amazing, because a lot of that strand, the clarity on that strand and the colour on the strand is just gorgeous. It's amazing. So for that much emerald at that price, it's quite honestly ridiculous.
I know. For this quality, Brazilian as well. It's totally natural, by the way. Totally natural. No filling on this, no resin, no nothing. This is just natural.
I mean, that's rare as well for an emerald to not...
Massively rare. To not have filling on an emerald. If you aren't new to us, perhaps you don't know what filling is. Essentially, sometimes you will get pieces of emerald, and due to the nature of emerald, they'll have very hairline fractures in there. Sometimes you'll just get cases, especially on ones that are this size. It will happen a lot, and they essentially just fill it with glass to give it the strength it needs so you don't get it home and it doesn't break. But this hasn't got that. This is natural, which is even more luxurious. You have no idea how important it is to check this out of your basket, because the thing is, you might be looking at it now and see loads of you with it in your baskets that might be looking at this now and thinking, I'll check it out in a little bit because it's the first time you've seen it, or I might get it in a little bit. You don't know how many people are checking it out in front of my eyes, and also you're not going to get it for this price again. So you can look at it and think, oh yeah, I do really like that, that's great. Maybe in a week's time it will be lower than that. I can tell you this now, it's never going to be lower than that. It's never going to be lower than this. It's your introductory premier strand price, $29.95. What are we thinking of doing with this little beauty, Deb?
I'd do a bracelet so I can look at it. Probably matching earrings as well.
You've got plenty to do that on here.
Yeah, you have. You've got loads. Yeah, easily. With rose gold, I love emerald and rose gold.
Why is that you love them together?
Pink and green tones always complement each other. So you've got the pink of the rose gold against the green. It would just look lovely together.
What about with that Madagascar?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That works.
Doesn't it? Because you might not normally think emerald and rose quartz together, but because this is such an exceptional, special strand.
Yeah. And normally I'd have said I'd keep them separate because emerald is so special. Emerald is emerald.
Well, yeah, exactly.
But that rose quartz is a really good quality, so it works. I might actually make up a ring with some of them as well if I had a few left over.
Yeah.
And just see if I could make a ring to match.
Like a cluster.
Yeah, with the various tones in there, the different depths.
I love the idea of that.
That'd be nice.
And what about if you were to, because you know, if you do wire wrapping, you could actually have these attached to the outer layers, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Of some pieces. What do you think when you think of emerald, when you're selling emerald pieces, what do you think people initially look at? What do you think people initially see or think of when they see emerald?
Well, I think it's the same as the ruby, really. You know, it's expensive, it's very rare, it's something that not everybody can have, and that's why that price is amazing, is because it's really opened it up to a lot more people than if it had, you know, been a much higher price, which I would have thought it would be because it's emerald.
Yeah.
Of that quality and size. Those emeralds aren't small.
No.
You know, they're a really good size and clarity.
With emerald as well, I think it's very much perceived value, isn't it? So even if you purchase this, next time it's on air, next time you purchase this on air, and it'll be £34.95 the next time you see this on air, or after 9 o'clock it'll be £34.95. Even at that price, the perceived value of it will be much further and higher.
Yeah.
I always think back to before I knew about Jewellery Maker, before I discovered the channel. Think about the price you would imagine emerald to be. Think of that. I've seen Theo Fennell, who is a British designer. He's massively famous. He's doing the designs this year. He's working with animal prints with high-end, you know, fine jewellery pieces, and he uses a lot of emerald. And you'll see pieces of his with 925, a couple of tiny, the same size as these actually, around 4x2 mil emeralds. You'll see £90 for a pair of earrings. Yeah. You'll see, I saw one that was 90. It was £85 for a pendant, and it only had one tiny emerald on it and a little 925 beryl. But it had sold out. It said sold out next to it because people had loved it so much. It's crazy when you can buy a whole strand for £29.95. It's perceived value we're looking at here. Remind yourself of the price you're looking at paying everywhere else for a genuine natural emerald. It's yours today for a premier price, £29.95. Let's bring you a bundle now, shall we? If you got that most exceptional, delectable strand of the multi-beryl before, you're going to want to add this to your order because it's going to be an added to your order price, but also they just work so well together. Have a look, 3-strand bundle. Now you know what bundle says. Bundle says discount. Bundle says you're going to get a cracking deal on these 3 strands. You know that already. You've got 30 carats of your sky blue apatite in here, in the bricks shape. 3 by 3 to 5 by 3. 30 centimetre strand. You've also got the apatite, 65 carats worth of your faceted pairs. These are back all the way up to 11 by 7 mil 22. Oh, Ryan, I had that exactly thing in my head. Do you remember we did those desert island gemstones and we all talked about our favourite gemstones and why we loved them so much. So, you know, I was talking about opal and how it's got all this internal, and that's why I love it. And then Ryan came out and he'd written himself a little script because I told him off last time for just coming on and going, I can't remember why I chose that. So he came with a little script and read out all these things. Ben came on, cameraman Ben, who's not in today, he stood next to me and he chose a neon apatite. And I said to him, why have you chosen that? And he said, it's this internal thing and I can't describe it. The best I can say is, gonna make some jewelry, gonna make it right. Neon apatite. And went into this whole song. I had the strand on my hand. I was turning around. I had tears dripping down my face, and I was just going, whole song. Genuinely one of those like eyes closed, neon apatite. Oh my days. You have to watch it back on YouTube. It is a crier of a moment. Oh my days, this is in the middle here, a strand of your multi-beryl as well. You're gonna have to look, you're gonna have to watch that back. It was last month sometime. It was hilarious on YouTube, honestly. Honestly. But it was a whole song. It wasn't just he changed the words neon apatite.
And then stopped?
No, it wasn't just changing the words. It was a proper, you know, gonna make some jewellery, gonna twist the wire right. Oh my days, it was just brilliant. It was fab. You need to watch it back. It was a chuckle and a half. So you're gonna be getting these three absolutely stunning strands. All three very, very lengthy as well. Original price $21.85, but we know that a bundle means a discount because we're putting them together, we're giving you money off. It's like when you go to those big stores and the more you buy, the more you save. That's what it's like. Your price today, £17.95. That is, buy your apatite, get your beryl, multi-beryl strand for free. You buy two, you get one free. The multi-beryl strand for absolutely nothing. These are really beautiful shapes, gorgeous hues on these. You're always drawn to the blue. You actually had a little nosy at these before, didn't you, Deb? What is it about this that you were drawn to earlier on?
It just looks like really clear sea. It's gorgeously like coral reef, and do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
I just always feel really peaceful and rested when I look at those colours. And they go with so many other colours as well. They work really nicely with a whole range of different colours. So, you know, sticking in the beryl family and mixing all of those with those blues would work brilliantly.
That's a fab idea, and you're completely right. And again, if you do like working with colour palettes, then you can just use the different family of the beryl. You can just use all the Morganite, or you can just pick out all the aquamarine, or you know, you can kind of play it as you will, can't you?
Yeah.
£17.95. Got double buyers on this today. Hello everyone. Hope you're having a lovely Saturday afternoon. Hey, Easter tomorrow. Is it? Yeah, it is.
Yeah, Sunday. Yeah.
Sunday.
Woo!
Woo! Have you got yourself an egg?
No.
How come?
I'll steal my son's. It'll be fine.
I hope he's recording this. That'll be something for him to play back.
Warning.
A bit of advance warning. £17.95. It should have been closer to £22, but £17.95 is all you're paying today. NC GC 39 is the code on this. Ocean Blues, this is called.
Oh, they are as well, though, aren't they?
Yeah, they totally are. Scott, did you make this bundle? Yeah, I can tell because of the name. Yesterday we had ocean waves, ocean feel, ocean, ocean, ocean.
Is he going on holiday soon?
Is he going on holiday soon? Deb's just asked. Hopefully, fingers crossed. He's done a lot of shifts on the road, bless him. £17.95 today. It's Ocean Blues, Beryl and Apatite today. NC GC 39 for you. It's close There's a massive saving again on this today. Do you know what? Savings galore on the show. And cheaper than a holiday. £17.95. Have we still got some of that findings pack left? Have we actually? Oh, sorry. I'm going to grab it. I was grabbing the findings pack. I left it over there. That's weird, isn't it? Where's she gone? Have I got some of this left, honestly? How many? Okay, really quick now. Ooh, really quick now. Okay, silver plated copper essentials findings kit. 250 of these have already gone. £7.95. It should be priced, but this is £4.95 for you. Honestly, truly, 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 £7.95. We know that's the price of the findings pack. In fact, I did some yesterday for that price, but purely because we've weirdly enough got more of the silver left over. We've got loads and loads and loads of the silver just in the vault, more than we did yesterday's colour. We're able to do a price slash because, of course, it's like with anything, isn't it? If you walk into a shop and they've got 3 or 4 of anything, then it's going to be more higher price. They're not going to be able to do as many deals or discounts as if they have 300 or 400 of them. It's just the way of the world, isn't it? So £4.95 is your price on this today, but it should be £7.95. Don't expect to see this offer again because you won't, quite honestly. NP-AZ40, 115 pieces. Everything you can see on screen you're getting. Let's go through everything. One of your toggle clasps, 10mm with a 20mm bar. One of your brushed flower clasps, that's 20mm. One of your toggle clasps with the different detail, that's 14mm with a 24mm bar. You've got a pair of your fancy earring findings that I showed you earlier with the flower on. You've got 2 pairs of the copper earring, silver colour with that twisting effect on. You've got 15 head pins. You've got 15 of the longer length head pins with the star. You've got 10 of the flower spacers, 6mm, 1 metre of the chain that I showed you, 15 of your featherweight head pins, 3 of your ribbon ends, you've got 15 of your open jump rings, 5mm, 20 of your covered crimp tubes, 2mm, and 15 of your copper crimp covers, 5mm. 115 pieces, 116 if you count the bag. £4.95, all of those goodies and more. £4.95, should have been £7.95 though. Pearl Showcase. Pearls this season, this year in fact, have been massive. If you've got that findings pack for £4.95, pop a clasp on the end of this strand. There's value straight away, says Scott. Straight away. Pearl, who have you just high-fived? Who are you high-fiving? Bruce? All right there, Bruce, mate. All right there, Bruce. High-fiving Bruce. I have got your pearls here. Now, I said to you in November that pearls were going to be the one for this year. And, let's face it, I was right. They have been absolutely everywhere. I will tell you, honestly, the other day I went to, I won't name names, but it was a high street shop. It has a male version, a female version. I was in the female version, obviously. And they had plastic faux pearls that were on a length of stretchy elastic, and it was a necklace. Plasticky plastic, and it was only must have been an 18-inch strand. It wasn't very big at all. £12.95 it was, at half price.
Really?
Honestly, I was gobsmacked, so gobsmacked that I took a picture on my phone, went to and then stopped because someone picked it up and was like, oh, it's half price, £12.95, these pads are brilliant, and went to the counter. Full plastic, and they were little, I don't know, must have been 9mm maybe.
Yeah, they weren't the big whoppers.
No, they weren't big whoppers. Half price at £12.95. Bear that in mind when you look at this. Genuine cultured pearls, 11 by 10, your price, £21.95 for genuine pearls today. Now, we heard that, I think it was back in October or November, Karl Lagerfeld said that he was going back. Karl Lagerfeld, of course, is the director of Chanel now. He took over and said that, he did an interview saying that Chanel really wanted to go back for 2014, back to their basics, back to what they did so well and what they were known for. Of course, Coco Chanel, when you imagine her, a lot of the time you'll imagine her strewn in pearls. They were very much her favourite, and it has happened. You know, the Chanel catwalks this year have just been pearl mad. You're seeing women draped in almost pearlescent style silky fabrics, just absolutely adorned in strands and strands and strands of pearls. It's so high fashion, and it's ageless, it's timeless as well. The larger the size we know as well, the higher the price. So the fact you're getting these absolute whoppers, 11 by 10 mil for £21.95 is exceptional. When I'm looking at these, I always think it's taken around 11 years to create every single one of these. That's so much work and effort by Mother Nature gone into creating these. £21.95 for you today. Let's get another one in your pearl showcase. Cashy pearls are so popular again at the moment because, well, a few reasons. One, they've got that really organic, natural look to them, but also it's a bit of a modern twist on your normal rounds or potato pearls, isn't it? A lot of course, we've seen, as I've said, you know, catwalks are going pearl crazy this year, but also in popular culture, popular icons at the moment, such as your Rihannas, your Lady Gagas, they've been wearing a lot of pearls, and they're always coloured and generally irregular in shape, like these Cashy pearls as well. It's just adding a really modern and fun twist to what you might have expected of a pearl. Now, these ones are classed as your silver green. I absolutely love the idea of these on Tree of Life or one of those Alison Terry bonsai trees. These would be absolutely fab. This is 8 by 7 to 12 by 7 mil. Let's get your pricing. £9.95, and it's a lengthy strand for a necklace. If I do this touching at the back, that for me is a perfect necklace length. Genuine pearls, £9.95. That is just exceptional. All you need is a clasp on the back of this and you're done. Ain't no way you'll be selling it for tenner. No way, no chance. KGPO 81 for these silver green, beautiful Cashy pearls. These look round. I presume they're not, but they look it to eye. Are they rounds? We rarely have rounds of this size, 7 mil. The reason we rarely have rounds is because it's such a phenomenon. It truly is. Mother Nature does not work in that way generally. If you think of Mother Nature and you think of, you know, trees, leaves, very rare is the perfect symmetry to anything Mother Nature does. To find genuine, perfectly round pearls is a real phenomenon. Now, when we're working with round pearls, we know that the price is going to go up because it is such a rarity. It is just such an amazing find that we know it's going to be higher in price generally. Until today, my friends, your price for these peach plain round pearls, £14.95 on these today. It's that gorgeous peachy colour as well. If you're going to be doing bridal pieces, this is the colour you're going to want to go for, because a lot of the time now, you know, brides, they don't naturally or necessarily, sorry, just go for white dresses. You've seen ivory, champagne colours as well we're having as wedding pieces now. I could see this mother of the bride or bridesmaid pieces, little boutique pieces with this. £14.95 for your beautiful, perfect round peach pearl. 7 mil at £14.95. Oh. Oh, listen to them. Listen to that. Isn't that lovely? Gemstone wind chime.
Yeah. It's a bit extravagant.
Glowing gemstone. Shards. This is strong. This is strength. It's just stunning Kunzite. 100 carats worth of this. How exciting is this strand? Now this is classed as your green, and it is definitely green. It's definitely green. It's the lights in here aren't, well, the camera screen is possibly not as green. It's greener to the eye, I'll be honest. It is greener to the eye, especially the centre ones, definitely so. 100 carats worth of this. Now Kunzite's a special one because it has phosphorescence, which essentially means that it has the ability to store light. So it's one of those gemstone strands that if you wear it outside, say you're taking the dog for a walk in the day, or you're off for a picnic with the kids, and then you get home at night and you and your partner or you and your best friend are going out for a candle-lit dinner, this will release that energy, that light source in which it's captured in the day, and it genuinely does glow in the dark due to the phosphorescence. Wow, look how green it looks on there. Wowzers. Is that in the dark, is it? Oh, that's in the light box. So we have a light box and this is with it in the dark. You can actually see it glowing there, can't you, in comparison? Now, the lovely thing with Kunzite is it wasn't until 1902 that Kunzite was actually described. I think it was seen as quite a mystical thing before then. I think it was seen as something that perhaps was so magical and so mysterious, the fact that it glowed, that it was somehow out of worldly. And yeah, you can see that on this strand, can't you? £11.95, JAR U77. It's your beautiful glowing green Kunzite, 100 carats worth of these gorgeous shard shapes. What do you think of doing with this shape, Deb? It's unusual, isn't it, to get these gorgeous almost stalactites?
Yeah. I'd hang them like that on a neckline piece because the graduation on it and just the way they're catching the light and flashing, the light's just bouncing off the facet. Well, not the facet, it's rough. It shows how the stone's grown and everything. It's Ice Queen. Oh, you could do a tiara as well. Wire it into a tiara.
You're totally right.
That would look stunning.
Ice Queen.
Yeah.
Oh, I love Narnia.
Yeah.
Isn't that a cracking book? Lion, Witch and Wardrobe.
Yeah.
£11.95. And if you didn't want to use it, I love the sheen on this, like a Turkish delight sheen, it's stunning. If you didn't want to use it in this glowing effect, in this full stranded effect, just one or two.
Just one, yeah, hanging as a pendant or some nice drop earrings. Again, it's a really elegant looking shape because it's a long, thin shape. It's accentuating the lines again, so it falls really nicely off that strand. So just one on a really fine, good quality chain would be nice.
And it's just going to highlight the quality and the mesmerising effect of the phosphorescence from this as well. £11.95 for you. JAR U77. Love that. I'm going to recap the most popular things of the day today. So come on, tell me what it was. Memory wire. We're going to be heading over to have a look at that in a challenge, aren't we, in a little bit. That's what you were getting. Here's the graphics coming up for you. It's all right, I don't need them, Deb. No, but thanks.
You're welcome.
£6.95 on those. You got 14 reels in each colour of the ring, 14 loops in each of the bracelets, and 10 in each of the necklace today. £6.95 for you. RJ GC97 is the code on that. You've got the two newest colours as well, which I love. The rose gold and the gold. Just giving you a different effect, isn't it? I'm going to bring the findings pack with me as well, 115. I think these are going to come in at the bottom of your screen, these silver findings packs. 115, £7.95 they should be. Which if you think, so a lot of the time, if you think of it this way, 4, 5, 6, what, you're making a £3 saving on this today, which, because it's got a £3 saving, it's only for one thing. So a £3 saving on one thing is excessive, really, isn't it? If you had, say, a £4 saving, but you had to buy 10 different products, it wouldn't seem as over the top. So every time you purchase this, if you bought 10 of these today, you'd be saving £30. When you think of it like that, that's special, isn't it?
It is. Yeah.
It really is.
And it's not like it's something that you think, oh, I don't know, maybe I'll use it, maybe I won't. You know you're going to use it.
You know that. And I love the variety in here as well. It's just so special. When you have to go to, obviously sometimes you're going to need more of something you are of anything else. Yeah. But it's lovely that you get everything you need in one pack.
Yes, yeah, because then it's sorted. Done.
The amount of times I've had to go to my local craft shop and you have to buy a pack of 100 of these and 100 of that and 100 of that just to make one piece.
Yeah.
But then you have all these extras, which you might well use eventually, but it is great, you've just got so much versatility.
But also with that, because you've got all of the different findings in there, that can spark off ideas and inspiration for you.
Totally.
If you use that as a starting point, like with the clasps we had earlier.
Yeah.
And then build a piece around your findings rather than it being as an add-on. It becomes part of your design.
Part of the whole thing, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And that's at the bottom of your screen now, £12.95. Wowzers.
I want to add more stones and more of the gems.
You want to see it at home? How amazing is this? This is with the stones that are coming up at the side of your screen and the memory wire.
Tension.
Tension. Ooh. Isn't that fab? This is modern. This looks like a modern piece of art.
It's sort of following Linda's asymmetric and not. I mean, there's no way near it being symmetrical. It's just using the memory wire to create a frame and then building other elements from the frame. And because it's so fine, the frame then disappears behind the gems and the wires, but it's dead strong.
And you know what I love? That you've not just hidden all of the memory wire all the way, have you?
No.
So you've got this section here which you've wire wrapped the garnet onto, but then have you looped to the end and then let this loop through, which is going all the way down here and onto?
That's, this was a bracelet loop, 1.5 loops of bracelet, and then that was ring.
That's so lovely that you've used it in that way. So you haven't just used it in the circle shapes, you've bent it and used it in different ways.
And twisted it back against its curve.
Would you describe that shape there as a dog leg?
I would, my love.
You would? Oh, good. Oh, it's been a right learn of a day today, hasn't it? How fab. It's little and large that's at the bottom of your screen today. Little and large is what we've got here. So you had the amethyst here. Can you see the amethysts? These are your plain bicones. How are they to work with?
Oh, they're lovely. They're really smooth. They're like pebbles on a beach.
Like that tumble.
Yeah, yeah, really smooth and soft feeling. It's lovely.
Fab. And then you had the garnet that was on here as well. How many carats of the garnet was that, Scott? Gosh.
He's thinking. I can hear it from here.
Scott has gone home now, mentally checked out now. He's done. This is his 12th shift in a row. Oh, bless Scott. Not without a day off. Yeah, 12 days on the row. Oh, bless him. Are you working tomorrow as well? No, you're not, exactly. 35 carats of the garnet we have on here. This beautiful red, and then those huge clear quartz, discounted price today. Those 3 lengthy strands, $12.95 at the bottom there. Thank you so much
Becky.
for all of these learnings about learnings. Thank you for teaching me so much to do with bottom knockers and dog's legs. Bottom knockers, I have to say, was a highlight for me today.
Thank
when
you.
Are you
Yes,
next with
it was
us?
for me too, it must be said.
When are you with us next, Deb?
Next Tuesday.
Morning show? Mid?
Mid
show.
Yeah,
How
mid show on
exciting.
Tuesday. I think it's Jenny, so
love it.
who knows what's going to happen.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Join
Mayhem,
us
yeah.
then, and tomorrow I'm back 1 till 5. Have a lovely evening.
If you miss a Jewellery Maker show, then simply go to our YouTube page where you'll be able to find hours of Jewellery Maker footage.